Let's get down to business. A very good afternoon and welcome to Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's round 18 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League, and what a weekend of football it is. The final round of the home and away season. There's 3 games that will determine who will finish in the top 5, and we are coming to you from Terry Hunter Oval here in Traralgon this afternoon for this all-important clash. The Maroons are currently wrapped up the double chance, and the Tigers must win to play finals football. They are arch rivals. It's one of the biggest rivalry in country Victoria, just to add a little bit more spice to it. They've got a player by the name of Tristan Wack, who used to play at the Tigers, and now he's playing for the arch rival Traralgon. Of course, this will be a big, big game, and no doubt about it, the Maroons will want to knock off the Tigers and finish their season, while the Tigers will want to look for a win and make sure they play some finals action. Great to have your company on Gippsland Live. My name's Daryl Cooling. My co-caller this afternoon is the Timmy Sexton with me. Timmy, good afternoon to you. What a beautiful Saturday it is.
It doesn't get any better, Scud, and we know finals is well and truly in the air. When the sun's out, the grass is looking great. It's a perfect conditions here for a Saturday afternoon, and really looking forward to the game here today.
Absolutely. Of course, our special comments this afternoon. He is a bit special for us. He is here for Carpet Country. He's been down at ground level. He's spoken to both of the coaches in the pre-game. His name is Nick Lacino, and he helps dreams become a reality since 1981. Of course, that's Carpet Country. Boxer, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Scott and team. Yeah, it's just what a... and Timmy hit the nail on the head. You wake up in the morning and you see the sun out and it's blue skies, and the crosstown rivalry is just what I look forward to. These games are incredible. The stakes are even higher now too, so I'm expecting to see finals-like start to this game from both sides, and hoping for a great game of footy, Scud.
Absolutely. Our number one stats man in the business for Gippsland Suzuki, the revolutionary Suzuki Swift Hybrid. It's now available at Gippsland Suzuki on the Princess Highway in Traralgon. Paul Carter's here. Paul, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Daryl, and listeners and gents. Yeah, these teams have been playing each other since the 1880s, no less, so 140 years of rivalry built into it, with only a short period in the mid-1900s where they were playing in separate comps. So they certainly bring a lot out. Just check the weather app. It says it's 20 degrees out here. I don't think we've seen that since early in the season. So
I reckon they'll be feeling it about 29 degrees, I reckon, out the middle.
The rotations and everything else will be huge this afternoon.
I think the packet of pickle juice might be on ice at the moment too.
Absolutely. Going to be a great game. Let's get some tips. Paul Carter, who's going to win and by how much?
Oh, I think this one's going to go right down to the wire. I'm not going to go a draw because they've already done that. I can't see it happening twice in the one season, but I think you'll find Traralgon getting over the line by 4 points.
All right, over to you, Timmy.
The Maroons in a tight one, I reckon they'll win by 9.
Boxhead.
Tigers for me, 18 points, Scud.
Tigers by 18. All right, I'm going to go... look, I tell you what, the Tiger. Last time these two sides met, it was a draw. The Tigers are coming off a draw, and they're going to have another one today.
Oh.
It will be a draw. I'm not going to go it's going to be a kick after the side. It's going to be frantic in between the two arcs.
They cut a few brain cells out with that haircut this week.
It's going to be a draw. Mark my words, at 2:16 Saturday afternoon, I've tipped the draw.
Scott, if there's another draw, you know what you can do? You can actually fully shave me, like Tim Sexton has done this morning, if that happens. The whole lot, everything. You can take the lot.
Oh, well, we'll welcome people back in 2025 when I'm finished. It's going to take me that long.
Is that with a brush cutter? Or
you can have the whole lot. With the snipper, with lawnmower.
I might have to, you know where I need to go? I'll head into Gippsland Mowers and get one of those brush cutters. That might just trim you up a little bit.
Has happened before, Daryl. Warrigal Trafalgar in 1965 drew both their home and away games, so it has happened once before anyway.
Right, well, there you go. It's going to be a great game. Either way, it's going to be fantastic. I think the first quarter will certainly tell us exactly how this game is going to be played out. I'm not going to say Traralgon are going to go easy on them. Of course, they want to win the game of football. They're arch rivals. They want to knock out the Tigers for playing finals footy. That's exactly what their coach said prior to the game. The Tigers, well, they're going to kick to the Loyang end of the ground. The Maroons will kick to the City end of the ground. Timmy Sexton, what have you noticed straight up?
Straight up, Tigers are going 6-6-6. So,
which is a bit different than last week.
Well, very different to last week. We knew they went straight away with their 7-man defence. So, sitting with the 6-6-6, everyone will be evened up. So, we'll let Dean Ryan's going to be starting the match. It's game number 400 for him as the umpire there. So, we wish Dean and all the umpires good luck today.
So, my pre-game prediction off air has come true. Okay. Ty Hourigan is at full forward.
Wow. Okay.
So Campbell Blewett's gone down to Ty Hourigan.
All right. Interesting to see how that goes. In the middle of the ground for the Tigers, it's McAuliffe, Bailey and McFarlane. While for the Maroons, D'Angelo's in there, as you'd expect. Daltrey's in there as well, and Cunico. And the two ruckmen, Big Maxi Jacobson for the Maroons and Charlie Burr for the Tigers. Anything else you've noticed, Box? A big crowd building too, by the way.
Yeah, Harry McColl's gone back as well, so he's got the job on Dylan Lopez. So just what we thought in regards to McColl going back is really interesting too. Tristan Wack's got the true centre-half back position. He's taken on young Tom Smith as well, so that'll be a great matchup to look at this afternoon.
Just to holding things up here a little bit, Tim, because we did think the reserves finished a little bit early, and it's 2:18 on the clock as we talk at the moment. Of course, a 2:20 start, so they're just going to hold it out for 2 minutes.
We need to flash the lights, Scott, to tell them that we're ready to go. We're on air and we're ready. But interesting that the ground's in fantastic conditions. I think notice that a few players are wearing different boots than what we've seen them wear during the season. D'Angelo's in the full white. Normally was in a blue, and your boy, old Sauce, is he's rolling with the white pair today. Yeah,
normally has the pink and the green or the blue. He's got about 15 to choose from, but maybe that stems from my old Intersport days, perhaps. But he's rolling out the white. He tells me that he's just goes with the flow. He wakes up in there Saturday morning, just goes with the flow.
I like that attitude. I reckon that's a good little thing to do.
Well, we get a little bit of stretching as they do, as they call it in the radio.
I'll give you an AFL.
Give him the thumbs up.
Give him the thumbs up. Start the blow.
We've got like an AFL score while we're at it, though. The Cats are playing this afternoon.
We're right
around the grounds.
Yeah, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. The Cats 8-250, Eagles 117. I like that score. Hawthorn. Now, this is a big score. 13-10. They started early because the lights are already out. Is that right? Or
they couldn't turn the lights on down at Tassie or something.
All right, 13-10, 88 to the North. Put a Q in the rack, 4-3-27. So
that Hawks will play finals.
Hawks will play finals for sure.
Well,
I've just had it come through my headpiece that there's a few spectators just waiting to get into the ground. There's a bit of a hold up at the gate.
Yes.
So the umpires are just delaying the start by a couple of minutes just so the crowd can get in.
How good.
And it is certainly
a great crowd.
Absolutely it is. And as a player out there, you're thinking, what is going on? So Max Linton's had enough. He thought, I'm going to do a little bit of push and shove down in my defensive 50.
Is it the thunderstorm protocol?
No, there's no lightning. Zach Anderson now starting to get involved. The players are starting to get a little bit restless, a little bit anxious.
Let's go, Dina. Here we go.
And there it is. The first quarter for Virtue Homes is about to get underway. The players stop pushing and the ball goes up. Jacobson with a tap down. Roving it quickly was McCauliffe for the Tigers. He turns around, he wheels with a U-turn, the wobbly punt towards centre-half forward. Gray puts one hand out. Good work by McMahon. Gives a handball back to Dunbar. And now Ambler will be the relieving kick out in a little bit of open space. And taking a nice mark out there is Daltrey on the wing.
Daltrey at true centre wing here, grandstand side. Goes to cut back inside. It's a dangerous kick. Needs to be spot on, wasn't. Coming through, and it ended up in the hands of Hillier there. He got the handball out. McMahon got it back, though, to Dunbar. He's wrapped up in a tackle, but was able to break it out. Got the handball away to the umpire, Jacobson. He's wrapped up by Burr, who's able to steal it out of him.
Advantage.
Umpire's called advantage. Play on. Hillier's going to run in from 45 as a start for the Tigers. He's pushed it to the left. Didn't allow for that breeze that's going across the ground there, Boxer, and we've got one behind the board.
Quickly, injury concern in the middle of the ground for the Maroons.
Cade Marsh, he's been down. Tyler Hillier put a strong tackle on him. Looks like he's going to bring himself off right now. Scud?
First score at the 52nd mark of the quarter on the Virtue Home scoreboard, behind to Morwell.
Sorry, it's Huey Dunbar, is it?
Yeah, it is. Mitch Membry decides to kick it into the outer side to where the whip breeze is blowing across to that far wing. It got to centre wing too, and D'Angelo with a chip kick inboard to Halliburton, outside 50, run and draw with a handball over the top. Two, it is Neocleus, has one bounce, hard up on the boundary line, across the face of the goal. Hourigan goes back, but couldn't keep it in the field of play. It's out of bounds on the full.
So I was right with Cade Marsh. He's come off with a cut underneath his eye, and it is Hugh Dunbar that's limped off as well on the wing here. So we've got a little bit of carnage early here for the Maroons.
So Blewett comes back in for the Tigers. Daltrey in the right spot, couldn't complete the mark. Leake will see it go over for a boundary throw in.
Just with that missed goal from Tyler Hillier, he's got to be better than that though too. He had plenty of room in front of him. He just needed a lot of talk behind him. Just take on his feet because he's got great feet speed. He just got to keep him going and take the chance.
Ruckman go at it. Jacobson wins the tap down coming through there quickly. He handballed it to himself, he did. And then he went again with the left to McCauliffe, who picked it up well. Looked, he'd go inboard. On the bounce was Bailey, who picked it up. Ends up in the hands there of Cunico, though. He fends off one, looks to come out wide. Gray got the tackle there. D'Angelo's wrapped around the head.
Blindsided.
He was blindsided. The umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up. True centre wing here again. We've ticked over 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Jacobson wins the tap out. Clever tap to Cunico. He throws it on the boot. In forward is Willerton. Takes one, gets it at ground level. Daltry's been busy early on the left. Puts it inside 50. And the Tigers are going to see... Dylan Leprez has just helped him over there on the line. And it's bit on. He's not happy with it. And now they're going to give away a free kick.
That was just silly play then by Linton too. He doesn't want to get sucked in. He's actually had a little bit of a history there that he can be. He's had a very good year as well. So he's just got to keep a cool head here.
Tough kick from this pocket though.
He started the push and shove before the whistle.
He did.
He wanted to go on with it again.
Got shoved over the fence though, Timmy.
Lopez plays on, comes in, puts it on its way. It's going to...
It is.
It's gone through.
It's the ugliest.
It's gone through.
It's the ugliest drop punt.
That wasn't even a drop punt.
You
It
can't
was a
call it a
helicopter.
drop punt, but Leprez has got the first on the board.
But it's one of those things when those kicks go away. He did arc around a little bit too, and he let the ball do the talking because it actually got height with it too, and it spun the other way. So it was like a helicopter type kick, which allowed it to swing around. Actually, from my eye here, I thought it went around the post, but obviously the goal umpire, Mr. North, is in the best position there too. So a nice finish there by Dylan Lopez.
I'm with you, Box. I thought it was a clear point. But anyway, we aren't in the right line of it. 1 goal straight, 6 Traralgon, leading Morwell 1 behind 1 point, virtual home scoreboard. And we're coming up to the 4-minute mark of this first quarter.
That's what I spoke about before. Cool heads in this game right now. I know that you've got a lot to play for. You just can't afford to give away free kicks like that.
So back to the middle, and Jacobson with a tap down again. Bailey with a ball to boot. Goes quickly. Inside the 50 it goes. Whack goes back with a flight of it. Smith was there. Got in the front spot and then left it behind. McMahon now gathers it. Little chiseler kick. Just missed his intended target, but it might scoot through, and it does nicely. Halliburton gathered it and then delivered to Lopez. Spoil came from Linton. Lopez, second effort, very good. Back to Halliburton, who ran on. The kick into the pocket. And McCall's there for the Tigers to mop it up. Left foot kick was smothered. And it goes over for a boundary throw-in. 5-point margin in favour of the Maroons.
Good news for Dunbar. Looks like he's got that left knee strapped now too, so he's going to be ready to come back on the ground.
Ball out just outside Traralgon's 50. Ruckman go at it again. Burr had front position, got the tap down. Coming through there was D'Angelo. If he can pick it up, he can't. He tapped it out in front though. Leak wasn't able to get anything happening with it there. Tigers bobbling around. Due to Leak eventually picks it up, throws it on the right boot, gets it outside 50 into the middle there. Running onto it, looking for it is Gray. Wasn't able to pick it up though. Tom McMahon got the handball over to Roscoe. He went with the handball across to Ambler. And he'll look to bring the ball inside 50 again for Traralgon. He does, out in front of Willerton and Hourigan. Hourigan picks it up well. Looks to give, still looking to give. Had all the time in the world. Smothered there, did well. McCall coming through there, wrapped up in a tackle there by Hourigan over the boundary line, and we will have a boundary throw-in. Great
play there by Campbell Blewett then too. He corralled Hourigan because he knew he was going to swing around. That smother was just absolutely A1.
So boundary throw-in, 45 metres out from the Maroons' goal. Burr with a tap down. Willerton couldn't get it. McFarlane gave it to Quigley. Just gets it out of the defensive area. Over the top of Gray's head. Hilliers there. Good handball to Gray. Can they get it forward? Gray, he goes now by hands, but it coughed it up. McMahon's there on the wing. Drives it back inside forward 50 again. McCall's got the back spot. He spoils to the front. Willerton was front and square. Tackle by Cooling was strong and causes a stoppage 49 metres out.
Good tackle there by Cooling as well. He just waited for Willerton to get the ball and wrapped him up beautiful. It was a good tackle.
Hamilton went up, Burr got over the top. Tate Marsh got the handball out to D'Angelo. Cunico from 45 at the top of the square. Coming through looking for the diving mark was Hourigan. Couldn't quite get there though. Quigley was first back for the Tigers, and he'll take the relieving kick outside looking for Galea, and he takes an uncontested mark. Was called to play on. McAuliffe, he got rid of one, then threw it onto the right boot. And out of bounds on the full. They're under pressure at the moment, Box. The Tigers coming out of their defensive 50.
They really are. They're turning the ball over too, and Traralgon are forcing them to handball quickly, and the handballs aren't effective at all.
So Whack from the free kick drives it into a dangerous spot. Big pack forms. Front spot, McCall. Couldn't complete it. Lopez with a handball to Marsh. Kicks it straight down. Galea, who was the goalkeeper. Outlet kick is smothered. It could be touch play on. Ambler says, I'll get it, and kick it into the corridor. Straight down Cooling's throat. And Cooling in the defensive side will switch it to the outer side. He's got Bailey on. Just floats over the top. He's got a bit of time, does Bailey. And the left footer on the right side out there gets it out towards Cody McDonald. One hand up. The second effort was great. A little grubby kick in front of Brown. Handballs to himself. Gets it back. Gives it back to McDonald. Now the overlap handball to Anderson, who's ran on from the half-back line. Handball inside 50. Cody McDonald. Can he hit a target? No. McFarlane gave away. Went for the tackle, and then Jacobson got him high with a fend-off. And the Tigers get a free kick to Berkeley McFarlane, 45 metres out. 7 minutes gone, first quarter for Virtue Homes.
It's a great build-up there by the Tigers, though. They did it ugly, but they did it well. If they executed what they wanted to do, they should have been closer to 50, inside 50, but they are right now.
Tigers trail by 5 points. McFarlane with a shot, runs around, gets that extra distance, starts it to the right, brings it back nicely. It's the first one for the Tigers, and it goes to Berkeley McFarlane, the midfielder.
Yeah, he carries on that good form that he had last week too, Berkeley, and he had a great game last week, and he started the same way today as well. They've really worked it hard out of their defensive 50, the Tigers too, so the pressure from the Maroons has been very good. So that transition footy that we like to see from the Tigers was good. They played it out wide and they brought the ball back in, and a really good finish off there for the Tigers.
And Morwell regains the lead at the 8-minute mark of this first quarter. 1-1-7 to Traralgon, 1 goal straight 6. Virtue Homes scoreboard.
Ball back into the middle, straight away. The ruckman will go at it. Jacobson got on top. He ended up coming down with it and landed on his backside. Cunico wasn't able to collect it there, but McFarlane will be first to get to the ball. He looked to came back inside. Boyd Bailey got the handball through. Slap down there coming from D'Angelo. He's first back onto it. He's wrapped up in the tackle by 3 of them. And we'll have a ball up. Still inside the centre square here. We've ticked over 8.5 minutes here in the first quarter.
That handball game of Morwell's really not working at the moment too, because they're just coughing the ball up.
Jacobson with the big tap down. Wrapped up was in a tackle there, and has been called a throw. Cody McDonald will get the free kick for the Tigers and look to reload and get that inside 50. Got to get it in quick. That's how Morwell play their best footy. Look to go short. Jackson McMahon was in front, and he's paid the mark. And Musil just made him earn it a little bit extra there.
Just a shallow kick, wasn't it? They want those deeper entries, you would have thought, from that position. So McMahon has it, the intercept. Going to go to the outer side as you'd expect. The breeze blowing across the ground. Linton there will fight with Lopez. The spoil comes from Linton. McDonald's been busy early in the front spot. No left foot, so the outside banana. Bailey put Reuters under a little bit of pressure. It was Marsh in the end, and then gets the footy back, and his left foot kick, it's a scrubber as well. Although Jacobson helps it along. Morona's got the numbers, but that was McMahon who shrugged the tackle, and the outlet kick was nice. It found Cunico on the outer side. Chips it over the top. He's got one on. It is Neocleus, although that kick all on his own and put it out of bounds on the full.
Didn't hide it well enough.
No. So McDonald comes back in. Anderson had to go low. Took a half volley.
We'll go to the replay for that one.
Yeah, they were we were a long way from it, but the umpire was close enough. Anderson's kick to Musil. Inside the field of play. Just. Both sides hugging the boundary. Inboard kick to Cooling. Takes the mark.
Half-back flanks are working back up again, Scud.
Yeah, the Tigers and Cooling and Anderson are the two. Drives it inside forward 50. In the front spot, McDonald can't complete the mark. Where are the crummers for the Tigers? Not there at the moment because it's Big Jacobson with the pick up off the deck. No prior opportunity. Got tackled and will ball it up 48 metres out.
Geez, Traralgon worked really hard back into the defensive 50. That's through the midfield as well. They're just clogging up that hole. We found a free kick here.
It's going to go against Traralgon. No, for Traralgon. It's going to go to Dunbar off the ball. He'll kick the outside towards the wing area.
He does, and looks out and finds Lopez on the far wing. He's going to look to go quickly. He's got some runners ahead of him. One of them's is Daltrey. If it sits at will, Hamilton was first to it there, and Josh wasn't able to control it. He'll see the ball over the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in around 60 metres out from the Traralgon's goal.
Interesting thing, we've had 3 centre clearances at the moment. Jacobson's won the tap, but Morwell's won the clearance.
Reading it well off the ruckman's hands, they are. Lopez will go up against Burr. Burr got that one down easily. No clear possession coming out of it. Thrown as he was kicked. It'll end up in the hands of Galea. He goes that handball game. If it sits, it'll work. It does. Donald gives the handball to Bailey. Shocking kick going forward to the 50, but Hillier's out there, as is Membry. Membry picked it up, took on one, got through. Delivers the ball heading forward. Gets over the top of Burr. Lopez is there. Linton comes through looking to help there. See the ball over the boundary line. We'll have another boundary throw in.
Scott, a quick score for around the grounds in the Gippsland League, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Sale 1-1-7. They lead Bairnsdale just to 2 points.
All right, keep us up to date with that as it happens. Of course, big games happening across Gippsland and the Valley. We've travelled 11 minutes in the first quarter for Virtue Homes, and it's the Maroons. Tigers leading by a point. They go inside forward 50 again. Linton will see it over the boundary line as they both, Traralgon and Morwell, crash into the fence there. Both players are okay. Of course, our goal of the day contenders, all thanks to Zambrero. Boundary throw in. Inside Traralgon forward 50. Lopez, I'll give it half a little tap down there. And of course, our big moment sponsor, our thoughts do go out to everyone at the Morwell Bowling Club, to all the staff that's involved. The tragic news during the week with the fire that devastated the building. So no big moments this afternoon as around the body from Hourigan from that stoppage. And the defender, he's all class up forward. He puts one through. That might just be the Zambrero goal of the day contender. It's an early one. And it goes to the Maroons captain.
It just seems like the Tigers were flat-footed then too through the stoppage. And one of the things that I really wanted to focus on and keep an eye on today was their stoppage work today, the Tigers. And right now they're not getting goal side either. So it was an easy pick-off by the Maroons. And Hourigan just read it beautifully. And one bounce, turn and goal just showed his class.
And we've had 3 lead changes already, sounding a bit like last week already. 3 lead changes in the first 13 minutes of play with Traralgon regaining the lead there. They are 2 goals straight, 12. Morwell 1-1-7. Virtue home scoreboard.
Jacobson wins the tap down, trying to get out of there was Hillier. His kick was smothered. Quigley's now gone into the middle. He'll look to put it inside 50, and it is there in the deep. All alone on their own there was Riley Lopez.
It's a better entry, isn't it, from the Tigers, that one?
Absolutely,
much better.
Absolutely. Nice and deep, but Lopez out of the centre contest, just drifted back into his 50, was left all alone, and he'll have a kick from about 30 out.
Talking of someone else who's swapped clubs.
Absolutely. Got his brother playing on the other side.
Yep.
Lopez comes in from 35. Goal umpire moves and pushes it across the face. Through for a minor score.
Bringing Traralgon's margin back to 4 points. They are 2 goals straight, 12. More now 1 goal to 8 on the Virtue home scoreboard.
Membry goes to the outer side. Lopez, the target, can't complete it, but got his arms chopped. And the free kick goes to Lopez. Halfback inboard kick. They love doing this one. Goes to Willerton. And now they're going to switch it out towards Wack, although the kicks come off the side of the boot. Gray will stand and take the mark. Wack overcommitted, allowed Gray to play on. The delivery again poor. McDonald's there, handles over the top. Traralgon does well with the defence. Good spoil. McMahon, that was Tom. Back there to Ambler. Also, it was Willerton again. His kick's just been a little bit off. And a free kick will go the Tigers' way again. This time to Gallier. Gallier's kick inside forward 50. Not quite. Hillier takes the mark. That's a better kick to Gray, who can... No, 2 bites at it. Wasn't taken in the end. Smith gathers it off ground level. Hard up on the boundary line. Pushed as he kicked. And causes the errant kick goes out of bounds on the full.
They've just got to be better with that, the Tigers. They've had 2 or 3 goes in there. That entry kick,
Yep.
They had easy options to get them shots on goal, and they've just butchered it the last couple of times.
And they've been lucky with a couple of the outlet kicks from Traralgon on the same that have been poor as well. So both sides' skill errors at the moment haven't quite been up to standard as we'd expect.
Wind affected, maybe?
You're being nice, I think, Paul.
Membry will look to bring it in. He's going to come and bring it in grandstand side here, looking for Jacobson is the big target. Hourigan's there as well. There's that wind coming through. Musil, he's going to be... I was going to say...
No, he's changed his mind.
Yeah.
Good decision, umpire.
Absolutely. Came in, looked like Musil had it, and then he dropped it at the end, so... Jacobson and Musil go at it. That wind's having a big effect now. Jacobson took it straight out. Cunico, he comes out wide here, looking for Marsh. On the left boot, puts it long. Lopez and Linton are the 2 there. Neither could take the mark there. Cody McDonald's working hard, front and back. And he'll see the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 15 and a half minutes gone here.
And the other game was important as well. It's Wonthaggi and Moe, both are 1 goal apiece.
All right, 4-point the margin in favour of the Maroon. Jacobson with a hard tap down. Allows Marsh to come in, goes backwards by hand to Cunico, kick around the body high and just hopes for one of the key forwards. Lopez over the back, Hourigan. He's going to be paid the mark. If you don't pay one a couple of minutes ago, Did he have enough on that one? And Hourigan has hurt his own player in that too. Lopez is still down on the ground.
He was second in line there too as well. Look,
what a grab.
It was a great grab if it's been... Well, it is a grab. It's been paid a mark. So it was a great grab. He come in probably second or third in line for that one as well. Dan Musil at the other end though too. We had a fair bit of it too. So we've just got to make sure we're consistent with that call. Looks like Dylan Lopez is coming off as well.
He's going to get checked out. Ty Hourigan already has one this afternoon.
Left goalpost box.
At the moment right now, it has to be.
Second game back from a long spell with that injury. 45-degree angle. We'll have to kick it all to 50 with a breeze coming across his left shoulder. Starts it to the right. Does it hold its line? It does. Maybe that breeze is not quite there. That was dead arrow straight. Hourigan's got 2.
And what he did though, Scott, he put enough air into it. I don't know why the wind didn't pick it up. Maybe he got over the streamline because right now he it kept going straight because the flags are just doing their little thing as well. But look, It was a mark then, it was paid, it was a great mark as well, but the ramifications of it are a little bit high too with Dylan Lopez off the ground.
And that takes Traralgon to a 10-point lead, and we all remember what Traralgon did last time these two teams played, 6 goals. Virtual Home scoreboard has Traralgon now 3 goals straight, 18, Morwell 1-2-8.
Amazing what can happen when you get over the streamline as the two ruckmen go at it again. Jacobson with a big tap. He's getting the taps, but as Paul said, that Morwell have been getting the centre clearances as they do again through Judah Leak. He puts the ball deep inside 50. One-on-one contest. No one's able to win it there. First back to it was Traralgon. He ends up in the hands there of Membry. He's put the ball out of bounds on the full.
Have you ever been over the streamline of your Timmy?
Well, that's when you get away from the turbulence, you see.
I'm not sure Timmy's that high to get over it.
It's never worked.
Can I just say it is like 10 deep at the netball as well. I've just got a photo through. It's a big crowd there for Stacey O'Brien's 300th game.
Yep. Absolutely. And again, as much as rivalry on the footy field, it is on the netball court.
Lopez got a free kick there.
Out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full, so he's going to pump it back in. Gives it to the dangerous spot. McDonald comes out. Good spoil going back there from the Maroons. Picked up by Bailey, driven into the ground with a strong tackle on the last line. It's a goal-saving tackle in the end. And it is a minor score.
Morwell 1-3-9, trailing Traralgon 3 goals straight, 18.
Tripodi or Marsh with a strong tackle on that outer side. Membry goes short to Whack.
Whack will look to take the clearing kick out of here. This is where Traralgon have broken down a couple of times. Haven't been as clean out of defensive 50 as they'd like. Daltrey takes the mark. Still inside deep 50. Want to get it out. He chisels a pass coming through. Couldn't find Marsh. Running onto it though, there was Tripodi, but he's been tackled there by Leak, and he'll get the free kick for holding the ball. Reload quickly is what he tries to do. Going through and taking a strong mark there is Gray. He's looking to play on. He's gone off his line. Called to play on. Put it out in front there. McDonald front position against Membry, and a good, strong contested mark.
That was a better kick, Timmy, there to that fat side. He protected the drop zone nicely, did McDonald. And that's the kick you type of want. If you can't lay someone out, just let them work into that space.
He's been looking dangerous too, Gray, as well. He's really presented well. That was a really good, strong mark.
McDonald from 20 out directly in front. Makes the goal umpire work, but he's put it through.
Yeah, and actually your pause then too, I actually thought he got too close to the man on the mark then too, but it was a good strong mark, and you're right, Scott, he did protect that drop zone because he got one arm to it and dropped it in front of him, so it allowed him to really caress the ball into his chest.
And the margin in Traralgon's favour back to 3 points at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. Morwell going to 2-3-15. Traralgon are 3 straight 18, all on the Virtual Home scoreboard.
Yeah, the new Marshall 28, perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh and innovative home. As the ball goes back to the middle. Mutual with a tap down. Beautiful it was too to McFarlane. Kicks around the body into that danger area again. McDonald with 2 bites. He might be paid again. This time it's Lopez though. McDonald was thereabouts. Lopez with a nice strong mark. He's done a couple of nice things early.
He has too, Scott, and it's great body work too. He was really composed when the ball first hit his hand, and he actually was strong enough to push his opponent away to get that second bite.
So to take the lead for the Tigers, directly in front, 40 metres out. Lopez starts at left. It's going to miss. Is it just about everything in the end? He's only just snuck it home. And that's a poor result, directly in front, minor score.
2-4-16 Morwell, trailing Traralgon by 2 points. The Maroons are 3 straight 18.
Just don't want to rue these opportunities that you get inside 50 this time of the game as well.
6 scoring shots to 3, and it's still the Maroons though that are in front. Kick the ball outside 50, and the free kick's going to be paid there, and it's going to go to Whack without the ball. And he looks to play on. He does out wide there, and ends up in the hands there of Cade Marsh back on the ground. Scolders goes up and takes a great... Hamilton, goes up, takes a great mark.
You expect those most days. Hamilton, a high flyer, drives the kick to the top of the 50. Back with the flight cooling, couldn't quite complete the mark. And now they come and tackle each other. And the umpire will say, my ball, top of the 50.
I think that wind is quite deceiving. The flags aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing because those trees are actually really blowing out there at the minute.
I think it's on that, it's obviously on the far side of the ground, the protection around the inside 50, so it's not too bad inside the 50s, especially at this city end of the ground, as we saw from Ty Hurrigan a little bit earlier, but certainly when you get to those outer wings, that's where the breeze has a little bit to do with it.
Jacobson and Burgo at it, neither ruckman got a tap. Coming through, bursting through the pack there, ending up in the hands of Judah Leak. He's quick, throws it on the boot. Membry's leading there to the ball, and he'll take the mark. and relieved the forward thrust from the Tigers. Comes back in on the 45. It's a horrendous kick coming forward. No one's able to pick it up there. Coming back was McFarlane. He's wrapped straight away in a tackle, and the umpire will ball it up. In the centre square, far side here at Terry Hunter Oval, we've ticked over 22 minutes, and it's the Maroons leading by 2 points.
And quickly off the ground for a fair bit there too. He's got a bit of work done by the trainers, but good news that he's lining back up to come back on the ground.
Cunico with a quick handball to Halliburton. Top of the 50 it goes. Socket off the ground there from Burr. He has to go back and fight for it. The Oakleys tapped it forward for the Maroons. They dump on top, Cooling with a handball out. Couldn't quite find the target. Strong tackle there from Anderson. Ball's bobbling around. Head over the football. And the last one up off the deck is that man, Zach Anderson. Connor Ambley to expect on the bottom of the pack as well. Umpire will ball it up. Just inside the Maroons. Forward 50. Jacobson with a big tap down. Goes out the back. Burr was there. Got tackled from the Oakleys. And the umpire said holding the footy. Just that half a step too much. And the Oakleys swooped.
Just had to give it.
Yep.
They'd either throw it on the boot or give it. There was always going to be pressure in that. They'd had 2 or 3 stoppages, and we know once there's a whole heap of players around the ball that you don't have that much time to get rid of it. Just throw it on the boot and get it out of there.
And they've done that today, Maul, a lot. Even though it hasn't been effective, they've actually overused the handball, and that's probably the only occasion that they should have, and he didn't. So this guy's dangerous in front of goals. I don't know what he's like as a set shot, but I think he's more dangerous when he's on the move.
23-minute mark, 2-point margin in favour of the Maroons.
And the Oakleys will come interesting to see what the breeze will do. From 45, puts it on its way. It's held up. It's not going to make it there. Coming through, Linton with the big fist through for a rush behind.
That's the spot, isn't it, Boxer?
Yep.
It's that breeze coming from the far side of the ground coming back in.
It's in your face as well too, and it's really tough to kick from that pocket when it's like that as well.
3-point lead to Traralgon, played 24 minutes.
Anderson elects to go to the outer side. Target will be Burr, and he takes the mark. Gives a handball off to the coach in Bailey. Left foot Chisler. Found Smith on the wing. He turns. He wants to go. He just had a bit of a slip and just got held up for a moment. So he's just going to go slow play. Chip over the top. Back to Bailey. He wants to get things going now, and he can find a targeting Campbell. And the right foot delivery. Inside forward 50 over the top of Marsh's head. Gray couldn't complete the mark. Squeezed a handball out to Lopez. Kick around the body from Lopez in the goal square. Taking the mark, Hillier. He'll play on and slam it home. And the Tigers get one. 24-minute mark of the first quarter.
Great play by the Tigers, especially set up there by Boyd Bailey from back as well. But it was the mark by Burr that instigated the whole thing. You know, the quick handball outlet, he got the chip kick away. It's just the use the way they did, but it was the work rate of the coach who was in the play twice before the ball inside 50. Gray again involved for the Tigers, so some really good signs there inside the forward 50 for the Tigers.
Moore leading the inside 50 is 14-9, and they are now leading the game with the fourth lead change of the quarter, 3-4-22 to 3-1-19, Virtue home scoreboard.
Jacobson again with the ruck tap, but Ambler's kick was smothered there by the Oakleys, his own teammate. Coming through out there on the far side there was McAuliffe, but it was turned over and the Oakleys got his hands onto it first there. That's into Reuters' hands. He delivers the ball inside 50. 1-2. Lint came from over the back. Hourigan was front and centre there. Wrapped up in a tackle. When he was able to get out of it was Hourigan there. Coming through, I think that was Cunico that got the ball on the boot, but Bailey was the first one there for the Tigers. Nothing clean about this at the moment. Whack, it's under pressure. He's going to swing round from 50, throws it on the boot. And in front there was McCole, and he'll take the free kick. And he's not happy with the attention that came from Hamilton. A couple of good young boys there in the Gippsland League.
Yep.
Trying to assert their authority, Scud.
Exactly.
Like what you used to do back in the day.
They wouldn't have said anything to each other, would they? Young kids of today?
No, they wouldn't have said a word.
Button their lip. The kick goes to the outer side. Smith with a blistering handball. In stride found McFarlane. Then somehow outside of the boot went across to Bailey. They might just work this out. The forward handball is good to Campbell. 1 bounce, 2 bounces. From 45, lowers the eyes and spots up the opposition teammate. Although it comes back through the Maroons. They've got numbers. They go backwards to Membry. And now McMahon, it's Tom, gets it out towards Marsh. And what looked to be a certain shot on goal for the Tigers ended up in the Maroons holding onto the footy and getting it out to the wing area where Daltrey goes inboard to D'Angelo. Just looks different with those colour boots on this afternoon, does D'Angelo. The right foot kick, it's a wobbly one. Hourigan's up to it, takes the mark. He wants to move it quickly. It's 1-on-1. He tries to get around McAuliffe. He gives a handball off to Tommy McMahon. He goes out wide and he's got Willerton. And the Willardon fan club's here in full force this afternoon, and the family's next door in the box as Willardon gets called to play on from 50. Top of the square it goes, out the back. Burr can't take it. Rode by Neocleus. Great tackle in the end. Just trying to work out who that tackler was. It was Linton with a goal-saving tackle on Neocleus. Yeah. And it went through for a minor score.
Had to hit it at speed, though.
Unbelievable.
3-2-20 to 3-4-22. Moore with a 2-point lead.
Cooling has it in the pocket. Took the mark out of that kick out of fullback. Wants someone to come at him. He goes inboard on the 45 to Anderson. Got called to play on. Wasn't 15. Not sure about that. But beautiful kick. Found Lopez. His kick to the wing. Can it get to Gray? He's been well this afternoon. Good competing. Rove there by, well, it was Lopez in the end. Anderson came through. Barrels one inside forward 50. Membry one hand up. Couldn't complete it. Brown was there. Slaps it out of the area. Now they crash in. Great work by Campbell to win the footy back. Open forward line. It's just got to sit for McDonald. Membry's there as well. And Membry put a strong tackle on McDonald. Then wins the football. Well done, Mitch Membry. Gave it to Daltrey, who got driven into the ground with a strong tackle by McAuliffe. Good footy. 28 minutes first quarter. It's tight. It's tough.
It's great footy as well too, and that use of the Morwell plays in transition was fantastic.
Burr got the tap down forward. There was Daltrey. Had a quick little fumble there. And hands of Ambler. He relieves his defensive 50. It's a 3-on-1. Hamilton over the back. He took 2 out. Wasn't able to take the mark though. Coming through there. Cooling. Looks to spot up. So it's going to hit McFarlane there. You're going to be right on the 50.
28 and a half minutes, Timmy.
Absolutely.
Siren not far, you wouldn't have thought.
Oh, come on, I tell you. The whole Nostradamus.
That draw's coming, isn't it?
Nostradamus, you just called it.
You just you've done your luck already.
Yeah, no, that's it. We're done.
It's all done.
So McFarlane, he'll kick it from about 53.
Distance a worry.
The other worry too is Josh Hamilton.
Coming through, he's coming back, working with the breeze. Has it got enough on it? Traralgon had the 3 big boys there on the back of the line, and we will go to quarter time.
28 and 3/4 minutes that first quarter went, and the score is Morwell 3-4-22, and the Maroons are 3-2-20. Boxer, we're going to stay with it just for a moment, are we?
Yeah, Josh Hamilton in that marking contest, he's holding his right arm. Okay. Now, I won't say what it is because I can get that wrong pretty easy.
Yes, you can, Dr. Riviera.
I'll call it a wrist.
All right, it's connected somewhere. 2-point margin to the Tigers at quarter time. A huge crowd on Saturday afternoon. It's a beautiful day as well. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. It is Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League Top 5 for round 17. Number 1, kicking us off, it's Trent Baldy here from Moe. Did really well to get to the front of the pack here, scooped it up brilliantly, and then goes check side to finish. Number 2, it's Jack Hume here from Leon Gather. Did really well here. Gets around 1, and then the big snap to finish. Number 3, a real smart finish here. Jackson Williams from Wonthaggi. Just fell for him here. Gets it in the pocket. Real acute angle, and just puts it home. Number 4, Mitch Dow's here from Sale. He had pace to burn. Look at him go. Takes the nice timed bounce and then goes bang for a beautiful goal.
Takes the bounce. Freeman once, Dowse throws to 45. Dowse running through and runs to the crowd, and he's kicked the Zambrero goal of the day.
Wowee.
Mitch Dowse.
Number 5, Thomas Marriott here from Leongatha. This is just class. He got the real lucky bounce there, just fell in his lap. But to go drop punt from there, that is class.
Welcome back. Yeah, quarter time, Tigers leading by 2. 3-4-22, Traralgon 3-2-20. Paul Carter, key stats, all thanks to Gippsland Suzuki.
Morwell won the inside 50s 18-11 and the clearances 11-9. More pointedly though, Morwell won the centre clearances 6-1. Free kicks have gone the Tigers' way 9-6. Marks pretty even. The Battle of the Ruckman, Max Jacobson 13 hit-outs up against Charlie Bird's 5. And of the players we are following in Traralgon, Jordan Cunico 7 disposals and 4 clearances. 5 disposals each to Connor Ambler, Jackson McMahon, 4 apiece to Louis D'Angelo and Ty Hourigan. For Morwell, the leading stat winner is the coach Boyd Bailey with 7 and 6 apiece to Berkeley McFarlane, Blake Cooling and Zach Anderson, and 4 to Aidan Quigley.
Traralgon are just making their way out now, Scud. They Coach Hamilton had them in there for a long time. The Tigers had been out for a while, so be interesting. Boxer Hamilton looks like he's got his wrist wrapped up, but he's going inside to the room.
I told you it was a wrist. I had to get one right. It's taken me 9 years, but it's okay.
Around the grounds, Boxer, what do you got for us? All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Thanks, Scud. Sale 5-3-33. Big leaders against Bairnsdale 1-3-9. Warragul 4 straight 24. Maffra 1-4-10. Wonthaggi 2 straight 12. Tamoe 1 straight goal 6. Leongatha 5-1-31. Druin just the 2 points. In the mid-Gippsland, Foster 2-4-16 to MDU 1-1-7, and North Gippsland Woodside 2-1-13 to your Lawn North yet to score.
We get a live ladder.
Oh, hang on. Oh, no, don't do that to me.
Second quarter for the
Nothing's changed.
Moe Racing Club. Nothing's changed. Exactly right. For the Moe Racing Club is underway. And the tap will go again to Jacobson. But this is the area where the Tigers seem to win it. Bailey got a handball. Cunico tries to wrestle it back for the Maroons. But McCall said, I'll take it. And he'll drive it inside forward 50. Opening couple of seconds. McMahon went with one hand. And then the two hands was good. And he's going to relieve the pressure. Although off the side of the boot, he's going to find the boundary line. And we'll have a boundary throw in. And that's been the issue, hasn't it? Jacobson's been really good around the ruck. But the clearance work certainly in favour of the Tigers.
Absolutely, they just haven't had that connection there that they'd like to start it off with. But Burr and Jacobson will go at it again. Give that one to Jacobson. Bailey, he roved it straight away. Was disposed of the ball. Daltrey came back in board looking for Halliburton. He's by hand to D'Angelo. And again to Neocleus running through the middle. He's looking for someone as he crosses the 50. Looking for Reuters. Put it out in front of him. Cooling did well there to get the tap in, but it's ended up with Reuters. He's going to snap it over his left-hand shoulder, and that is a Zambrero goal of the day. Winner. You are not a contender, it's the winner.
You are kidding me, Timmy. That is one of the best we have seen all year from Cade Reuters.
He was actually sitting on the sign out over the fence when he kicked that. I don't know how he got that to swing around the way it did and bounce the way it did, but it was an absolute ripper of a goal, and a good start there for the Maroons as well. Just what they wanted to. And like you said, Hamilton, I did watch him. He was very animated at his huddle there at quarter time too. So the message must have been quite clear because they've started pretty well here, the Maroons.
And that is the 5th lead change of the match, coming at the 1 minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard has Traralgon 4-2-26, leading Morwell 3-4-22.
Reuters has just turned up the heat. The Zambrero goes to him, you'd think, as D'Angelo now gives it back to Tripodi. They're going to win this clearance of Maroons. High kick to centre half forward. Lopez might fly. No, he'll let the two go at it. Cooling was there. Lopez wrapped him up in the tackle quickly. And we'll have a ball up 60 metres out from the Maroons' goal. Hard up on the boundary line. Reuters with no room to move under pressure somehow managed to squeeze it through.
He did. Burr got the tap down there coming through. McFarlane got the handball out. Looking out there was McCole. He's wrapped up straight away in the tackle and the umpire will come in. We'll have another ball up in the same spot as where we just had the last one.
Just quietly, how good have the umpires been all day so
Brilliant.
far?
Absolutely brilliant.
No ruckman was able to get that one. Boyd Bailey got the kick out though, looking for a one-on-one contest, and it's going to end up over the boundary line on the far side. Morwell side of true centre wing.
Just quietly, this would have to be one of the biggest home and away crowds we've seen, not only all year, but for a pretty long time, I would have thought. The Puds Bar is absolutely chockers.
How's the fire over there?
They've even got the fire going. What's
it's
going
a
on
cracking
here?
day and the fire is blaring over there.
The deck is chockers. Netball court is absolutely pumping over there as well. What a day.
You feel finals?
I can feel it, all right. I can smell it in the air, Timmy. The margin here is at 4 points. It's in favour of the Maroons. Stoppage there. Kick around the body there was from McCall. Got to the top of the 50. Smith gave a slick handball again to Campbell to the open space. It is again the two Goliaths run after it. Membry and McDonald. McDonald does well on this occasion. Handballs to no one though. Squeezes out the back. There is Brown. Left foot Chisley kick towards Smith, although whack as Smith falls over. And Wack takes the mark. He's going to switch the play. Get it to the outer side. He's missed McMahon, but out there, though, is Tripodi. They got plenty of space. He has a bounce. It's a 2-on-1. Tripodi says, I'll kick to the wing. Lopez is there. Linton with a spoil over the back will find the boundary. And Lopez takes a little bit longer to get up as well. 3.5 minutes in, 4-point margin.
What you could smell before was me, Scud. Wasn't the finals.
Around the ground boxer. Got a couple of AFL scores.
Oh, the AFL score. This is a brilliant one. 17-6, 108. That's not even half time yet. 2-2-14, the Eagles. That was the Cats who were 108. Jeremy Cameron's got a lazy 7 before half time.
Well done, Geelong. You're beating the West Coast Eagles.
That's okay. I don't care who we beat. It's all important, isn't it?
All important for top 4. Or something like that. Jacobson and Burr will go at it again. Neither. I'll give them to neither. D'Angelo's first at it, looking to get the hands, and he does to Cunico by hand to Daltrey. He swings around and throws it on the right boot. A one-on-one contest there coming through, and taking the strong mark there was Quigley.
Whistle.
And the umpire is just trying to get everyone to swing back around, take a step back and swing back around onto his mark. Quigley, this is the slow play that the Tigers don't really like. They like to go quick if they can. He goes out wide to McCole. He's got a quick chip over the top.
And that's why.
Coming through there was Cunico to cut it off. He's picked it up and he'll chip it over again. We're going chip to chip and he'll kick it to Anderson. True centre wing, far side here at Terry Hunter Oval. He's going to go back.
I think both sides don't like the slow play, Timmy.
No, absolutely. To Linton. His kick needs to be good, and it is, and finds Blewett. He's got Cooling out wide, and he sets a task for him with that. He's got Halliburton on his tail. Cooling does well, gets around Halliburton, throws it on the right boot. Again to a one-on-one contest. Willerton went up, got one hand to it, couldn't get anything there though. McFarlane, it sits for him. He's out to Leak. Goes back by hand to McFarlane, who centres the ball into the middle for Anderson. But coming through with D'Angelo, cutting the ball off. He's got Willerton by hand. He's got an open forward line. He had numbers everywhere. Coming through, looking to take the mark though. It quickly came through, picked it up, done well. Handball to Anderson, and he'll relieve the pressure for the Tigers through Cooling.
Has a bounce through the middle of the ground, looks up, and then drives it inside to McDonald. He'll rise, but he can't. Good work by Membry. Got a hand and then rove the footy as well. Handball out the wide. Here's nicely done to Daltrey. He got it now to Cunico by foot. He goes back to Daltrey by hand. Just a little fumble. Smith comes in with a strong hip and shoulder and a tackle. Wrapped him up, and the umpire said no prior. We're going to ball up, out of side. 6 minutes into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club.
I think Smith's got to check his wheels. He's fallen over 3 or 4 times this afternoon. There's something obviously not right with his footing.
From that stoppage, head over it there was McDonald, gave a handball back to McFarlane. The forward one to Burr. He's tackled by Willerton somehow got the hand away. You laugh because it was tall and short, Timmy.
Absolutely it was.
And now Burr goes again. Remember last week when Burr just still stood time? Goes to Cooling, looks up, lowers the eyes. Can he finally target? He does, Tommy Gray. And delivery inside forward 50. Gray decides to pass it off and going to put it down the throat there of Roscoe, who dropped the mark. Campbell gave a handball back. And now McDonald kicks around the body. Taking the mark. Brown, top of the square. It wasn't pretty, but somehow the Tigers are going to get a shot directly in front.
This is exciting footy. It really is. You can just see the desperation on both sides. No sides are leaving nothing out there either, as we see Tom Smith come off for Morwell. Tyler Hillier really worked hard to get to that front position. It was a lucky kick through, but he was in the right spot. And that's what you do when you're an opportunist forward like he is right now. All he's got to do now is finish it.
Yes, he's directly in front, 15 metres out. Timmy's putting it down as a goal. And Brown says, yep, I'll accommodate that, Timmy. No accommodator's curse there.
No, I needed him to do that.
I said it's Brown. I thought it was Hillier. My apologies. But he's actually put himself in the right spot too. But it's great for me for Morwell at the moment in this game so far. He's presented so well. He's actually really jumped at the ball with purpose too. So he's nearly marked everything that he's gone for. But if he hasn't, he's got the ball to ground where they've allowed those small midfield players for Morwell to be doing their job.
7-minute mark, second quarter, on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, and the lead's changed yet again. Morwell this time in front by 2 points, 4-4-28 to 4-2-26.
Jacobson gets over the top and gets a tap down. No, D'Angelo had his head buried. And
hopefully there's no still photo of that, Timmy.
No, that'll be an interesting photo there for the, the archives.
You look at that one after dark, I tell you.
Burr wrapped him up and we'll have another ball up in the middle there. Burr got the tap down there. McFarlane did well with the tap. It was Cooling in the middle that got the handball out. Hillier, he was able to sneak a handball out, but D'Angelo cut it off and he'll go out to the far side and find Marsh. That's Tate. Lands in the hands there of Neocleus, who's playing up. He's got to hit up forward there in low press. He takes a good mark. It's the handball, looks to give the handball off, and instead he's going to swing around onto that right boot, deliver a ball inside 50, looking for Hourigan, but they've got one floating straight back through there in Anderson. Looks like they might have gone a bit of a 2-on-1 back there against Hourigan. Sometimes they box up.
Yeah, they like to push numbers back though too, the Tigers, and they'll work hard forward as well. The kick out there kick was great.
Yeah, work rate is super, I think, from the Tigers at the moment.
Absolutely strong contested mark there by Campbell, but he gave it up. Has been the way for some of the day today. Brown got the ball back inside to Daltrey, to D'Angelo. Coming through there was Tommy McMahon, delivers a ball inside 50 to 1-on-3. Hourigan's going to be 4 deep. He's not going to get to that one. Gives away the free kick or the mark. Take it either way, and Anderson will take the relieving kick there to Bailey, still in the back pocket.
Margin 2 points. The Tigers wrestled back the lead. We've travelled 9 minutes thanks to the Moe Racing Club this afternoon. Bailey's kick got to the wing area. Winter gave that one a little bit of a hoik as well. Musil just taps it forward. McDonald's a long way from home. Swings around onto the left, goes inboard. It's going to work for the Tigers. No, McFarlane had one hand and Ambler said, I'll come and take it. Now the slingshot run into the middle to Cunico. Sold the candy with the hands and then delivered out wide. And can find Roscoe. He swings around on the left and delivers. Hamilton just didn't quite read it. As Linton said, I'll get it and I'll barrel it back. Guess what? Roscoe's out there. He's going to gather it. He's got a little bit of time and space in front of him. Looks up. Kick was smothered though. And McCauliffe said, I'll grab it. Shrug a tackle. Sell Candy. Now give a handball to Gallier. And Gallier's just got to find Burr and can't. And they find the boundary though. That's a boundary throw in. And those little errors in decision making or skill error hasn't been sharp from both sides this afternoon. Jacobson with a tap from the boundary throw-in. Gallier's there, gave inboard handball to McDonald. Further afield now to Bailey, just missed him by hand. And now Halliburton comes in, took on the tackler, that's holding the footy. Advantage, yes, it will be paid. McDonald's there, 30 metres out in the end, and slams it home. The Tigers have got a couple in a row.
God, I love this game. This is unreal because the fact is the umpire let the game go. We've seen it in the past where they haven't let it go, and it's really stopped the momentum of a game. And this time now, that was the coach of the tackle. The tackle there was the coach's tackle. That was led by example as well, too, by Boyd Bailey. So great work there, great finish there too by McDonald.
And that takes Morwell to an 8-point lead, 10 minutes into the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard has the Tigers at 5-4-34, leading Traralgon 4-2-26.
That'd be the Zambrero play of the day there from the Tigers. Good work. Don't forget, you can go to Zambrero, Traralgon and Morwell. Spicy has landed, Timmy.
Absolutely, it has, and it's getting spicy in here. Musil got that tap out, coming through there in a high tackle. He's going to go for the Tigers, and they beat paint advantage, and Hillier going to take the free kick. An advantage with it there. Wack went back, got the hand up. Coming through, unable to get anywhere was Brown. He's wrapped up in a tackle. That's Brown from Traralgon.
Wrapped up by
Brown from Morwell. And we're going to have a ball up 30 metres out, directly in front of the Tigers' goal. They've just had momentum here the last couple of minutes. Jacobson got that one down, went through the legs of Tripodi. He's got to be quick with it here. He is by hand. Brown throws it on the left boot, back into the middle. Linton and Lopez, good contested mark there by Linton. Reloads quickly. This is what the Tigers like. Looking for and finding. Couldn't quite get his two hands to it. It was Gray. Marsh got a hand coming through with it. Throwing it on the boot there, though, was Brandon McDonald and it'll go through for a behind.
Morwell leading by 9 points, and we've played almost 12 minutes of the second quarter. They're 5-5-35 to Traralgon 4-2-26. Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
So man again, Gray, Scud, but Gray again in that contest.
Yep, become a member today at the Murray Racing Club. Discount on meals and drinks, and also entry into race day. Long kick from member, goes straight up the middle. Tigers and Maroons fight for it. Ambler got it in the end, just kicked it to a one-on-one. And it is Roscoe on Burr. Roscoe's going to go down and get it. Burr, well, Roscoe did well. Shrugged the tackle, 40 metres out, blazing shot on goal. And Roscoe, the youngsters put it through. How good is this great game of AFL?
This is unreal. And he's on the wrong side there too for a left footer. That could have gone anywhere. And the young thirds players from behind the goals, they actually cheered that goal all the way through. So I reckon their cheering actually supported that goal.
I need an apology. It's not the great game of AFL. It's a great game of Australian rules football. That's what it is.
And it's a 3-point margin in Morwell's favour at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard has the Tigers 5-5-35 to 5-2-32.
Back into the middle again. Here we go again. Jacobson got the tap down. D'Angelo kicked the ball out of mid-air. And there's McDonald at centre half back taking the mark. And 50. They didn't stand the mark or didn't go back to where he needed to be. So it's going to be a decent size 50 considering it was outside the centre square. Someone will need to stand the mark. McDonald has got leads coming out everywhere. He delivers it in. He's put it out wide looking for Lopez. Wasn't a great kick in. Tripodi's first back there. He wasn't able to keep it in. And professionally sees it over the boundary line, Scud.
Absolutely. Nick Licino, thoughts? All thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon.
Just that lead there by McDonald. It was opened up the area behind him for Lopez to run into, but I thought Lopez probably should have done the opposite.
Jacobson with the big fist, but it was McAuliffe that stayed down, shrugged one off, looks to snap it over the left foot, does, centres the ball extremely well. There's that man Gray, couldn't get onto it, tackled into there, umpire calls play on. Getting through the handball over there was Hillier. Wack will throw it on the right boot, looks to clear it, he's going to try and find the boundary line. McCall keeps it in. Boundary umpire has said no he didn't when he threw it on the left boot, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
We've got a tight one down there at Wonthaggi. It's 12 plays 7 in Wonthaggi's favour at the moment, so the scores aren't huge down there. The wind is playing some real games down there as well.
Oh, interesting. Good work, Boxer. That's all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture this afternoon. Don't forget, they've got a massive 10-day stock clearance on now. As the umpire from the boundary gets us back underway. Jacobson with a tap down again. Halliburton quickly wrapped up from Brown. And I think we spoke during the break. Tom Gray is having a half a day. Just about sort of moments. He's getting his hands on it, just got to complete a couple. He's had a good game. Tripodi nicely from the stoppage, comes back onto the right foot, barrels it to half forward. Roy just couldn't complete the mark. Burr comes in, Willerton does well at ground level, and then taps it forward. McFarlane comes in for company. Ambler says, I'll give you a hand. Back to Tripodi by hand. The barrelling kick to half forward. They're going to stand under this one. And Neocleus couldn't. Cooling goes at it. Head over there was Marsh. Can he get a handball out? No. Tackle by Leake was good. If they had have released the handball, the Maroons were away.
The old-fashioned barrel from Tripodi.
Yep. From a standing start right in the middle of the ground. 15 minutes into the second quarter. Jacobson again with a tap down. Willerton gathers it. McFarlane tackles him.
Scud Sale, they've got a 34-point lead against Bairnsdale, 55-21.
Just outside, looking to get in.
Jacobson coming through. Ambler didn't have it, said the umpire. Professionally done there by the experienced Ambler, and he'll look to reload. He's got a couple up forward. The Tigers have dropped one back there. And it's Anderson that's playing the loose. Lopez, though, he's going to be paid I think he's going to be paid the free he's been called that he's paid the mark there by the umpire. I would have thought it might have been the free kick boxer. I'm not sure he had enough of it in there from a mark perspective either way.
I thought it was a mark.
But Lopez did well, but the Tigers just noticed their scud a couple of times. They've been rolling that extra 7th man back in front of whoever is the deepest forward for the Maroons.
Okay, our special comments man will gather who that person is, no doubt. He's onto those sort of things. Lopez with a shot on goal. Hard angle. Although he's usually a pretty good kick of the footy, the wind helps that across from right to left. And in the end, just snuck it home for a minor score. Moe Racing Club scoreboard says
that Morwell are leading by 2 points. They are 5-5-35 to Traralgon 5-3-33.
Ty Hourigan's gone back now, Scud, so it looks like they're a little bit worried about Morwell's momentum at the moment too, so Hourigan goes back.
All right, Anderson looks to bring it back in. He's going to go straight up the middle. Cody McDonald can mark and turn and go if he wanted to. No, he didn't. And the Oakley said, I'll just hold you up. McDonald goes short to Lopez on his head. And Lopez has it at half back, kicks it to the half forward. Smith is there with Whack. Whack with a good spoil. Lopez becomes a rover. Missed the handball back to Whack. Closing quickly is Brown. He gets close to the boundary line. Brown might put him into the opposition coaching box. Ball goes over. No, it stays in. Lopez, in the end, it was McDonald. Inside kick was danger. It's picked off by Dunbar. The Maroons have got numbers in the middle. They don't pull the trigger. Dunbar just says, I'll wait.
Absolutely, he does, but then he loads to go in to Halliburton and a strong contested mark there. Sorry, is it
Hamilton?
It is Hamilton in front there with his wrist strap, Boxer.
I knew it was his wrist. It was just one of those things, but he's so strong overhead.
McCall just had to be better there and throw the fist in.
And I think that's the learning curve of footy at the moment for young Harry.
Josh Hamilton crosses the 50 on the right boot. Sends it on its way, lets the breeze do the talking to bring it back, and it's got the carry and puts the Maroons back in front.
Yeah, really smart kick then as well. It was one of the things I was going to say prior to him kicking it was maybe his kicking's probably the one that he needs to get right, and he just hit it on its head then too. So he got it out of that slipstream too. Allowed the... sorry, Timmy, you can't get up there that high.
Can't get up that high.
But it was a great kick, a great finish as well.
And the lead changing for the 7th time in the match at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Traralgon now leading by 4 points on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard. They're 6-3-39, leading Morwell 5-5-35.
D'Angelo comes in off the bench but has to start on the wing. He couldn't get into this centre clearance, but Jacobson with a clear tap down. Burr was there, wrapped up by Jacobson. We'll do it again.
What are the inside 50s, Paul, at the moment this quarter?
8 apiece, Box. Traralgon have got 3 of the last 4.
3 goals to 2, exactly right. Jacobson with again a tap down. Dunbar off the side there, and Bailey tries to come in quickly with Ambler. And again, umpire has no other option but to ball it up. It's our best on ground, all thanks to Gippsland Suzuki. We've travelled 18, make it 19 minutes into this second quarter. Again, Jacobson with a tap down. McMahon grabbed it and quickly wrapped up by Brown. Play on, said the umpire. Ambler and Bailey again. 3rd stoppage. I'll have one more go, Timmy.
Righto.
If I can't clear it out, it's over to you. As Burr and Jacobson lock hands. This time I'll give it to Burr. Tapped by Ambler. He goes back to get it again. Guess what? A sling tackle. There'll be a free kick against Burr. And that will go Ambler's way. He's going to take a little bit of time to get up. Wind just taken out from him.
Absolutely it was. But I'll take over, Scott, because you couldn't quite get it out of there. Ambler looks to play on. Everyone's dropped back in. He does. He's going to dump it out to the far wing. Wing there for Hamilton going up. Dunbar was there to rove it, couldn't keep it in. We'll have a boundary throw in inside Traralgon 50. Ticked over 19 and a half minutes here. As we've said before, great crowd both here at the football and across at the netball. As the ball comes back in, and we blew it and Hamilton will go at it. Neither were able to get their hands on it. Willerton went hard at it. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle by Anderson straight away. And we'll have a ball up 45 metres out from the Traralgon goal.
So Hourigan's gone to Musel. I reckon he'll try and counteract that with his intercept play as well too, so we'll keep an eye on that one.
Hamilton got the tap down, but Boyd Bailey got the clearing kick coming out to the wings grandstand side. Charlie Burr leads the race against Jacobson. He wasn't able to pick it up, neither were able to. Burr's first onto it though. Dunbar, whack, clever tap, goes across to Dunbar. He's got runners there if he wants them, and he does in Cunico. He finds McMahon, looks to centre the ball. Lopez is there. Linton, Lopez, wasn't able to take it up there. Picking up though was Roscoe. He got a quick little tap across to Lopez, and on the left boot has put it through the middle.
And this is a difference in both sides at the moment, where Morwell really counteracted that first goal that the Tigers kicked this quarter. But now they've got these entries now. The last 4 entries in, 3 goals. So this is where the Tigers really got to tighten up, especially through the midfield and those stoppages again where they're getting hurt. They're allowing Traralgon to do their own thing inside their defensive 50. So it's really now lockdown time with 20 minutes played in this quarter.
Traralgon taking their lead out now to 10 points at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. They're 7-3-45 to Morwell 5-5-35. Murray Racing Club scoreboard.
So again, Burr and Jacobson, they've done it all afternoon so far. This time Burr taps it down. Socket off the ground in the middle was from Brown for the Tigers. To open space on the wing, Leake and Dunbar. Leake gathers it. Inboard handball good back to Brown. Gives it back to Leake. They go backwards to Cooling by hand. And Cooling's just going to dump a kick, although it's a scrubber. It's kicked towards Cunico. Took the intercept mark. Over the top he goes. And he's got one on. It is Daltrey. He can chip it over further afield to Willerton. And Willerton will reload and go inside 50. Anderson, he's taken another intercept mark. And that's about the 4th this quarter from Zach Anderson of the Tigers. He's held strong. He was our player of the day last week for Gippsland Suzuki. And he started well for the Tigers' defence. Anderson will kick it long and wide. Burr was the target. He got underneath it and allowed Jacobson to mark, but he dropped it. Now Brown roves it for the Tigers. Delivery's beautiful to half forward. Open forward line. McDonald taking the mark. He's too far out. McAuliffe's there. The longer option is Gray. He's got to double back and come back, although Campbell's there. Can he gather it in front of Wack? He's got the wheels. He turns. He's going to swing around. Kick to a dangerous spot. Hourigan will take the uncontested mark on the last line of defence.
The goalkeeper back there in Hourigan does the job. Kicks out wide looking for Cade Marsh. Wasn't able to find him. He's disappointed with that kick.
As much as I like players to do that goal assist inside 450, Campbell had enough on his wheels then too to actually keep running and have a go at goals. You got the opportunity inside 50, you've got to go for it.
Ruckman will go at it again. Jacobson gets the tap down there with that one. Wrapped up straight away there was McMahon. He's been pinged for holding the boy. Boyd Bailey will run inside 50. He takes it on, looks towards goal. Going back there with the flight was Hourigan, and it's through for one behind.
Margin in Traralgon's favour now 9 points, and we're closing in on the half time. Traralgon 7-3-45. Morwell now 5-6-36.
Brings the ball back into D'Angelo and receives it back again. Comes out wide looking for Roscoe in a one-on-one contest. Good work there by Campbell. Blew it. He's quick to play on, looking for Hillier. Ball sits for him. He looks to take on Tom McMahon. He swings back around and dumps the ball back in the middle. 2 Traralgon boys there. They talk it between themselves, and D'Angelo will take the mark.
Going to square it out wide. He's got a teammate out there in Daltrey. Chips it over the top, although straight down due to Leak. So there was no Traralgon player there. Leak will deliver to Lopez. And Lopez takes the mark.
I don't like this here.
I'm not sure what Daltrey saw.
Yeah, I don't know either. But again, it's what we spoke about pre-game, about calm heads for the Tigers as well. Their decision-making so far, this back end of this quarter hasn't been very good at all.
So Lopez must start this at the left goal post, kicking towards the city end of the ground. Puts it on its way. It is the left goal post. Not going to come back. Gray with a big fly. Rushed through, though. Minor score. A half a day for Gray at the moment.
5-7-37 Morwell. They trail now by 8 points. Traralgon 7-3-45. Murray Racing Club scoreboard 24 minutes second quarter.
Membry with a short kick in for Hourigan. And he's got another one over there, and Marsh lost it in the sun. You could tell straight away as soon as that ball was coming to him. So he dumps it long down to a contest though, 2-on-1.
Anderson.
Coming through. Anderson, he's been big. Slightly different role than what he had last week, but he's saved the Tigers on a number of occasions. His kick inside 50 though, it's cut off by that man who kicked the ball to him in the first place in Cade Marsh, and the Maroons will look to reload again.
Although Marsh's kick has gone for
what are we
3
doing
times.
here?
Anderson nearly had another intercept. Quigley takes the intercept mark. And Quigley will look up, and they're just going to kick it back. Inside they go, and that's going to go straight down Tristan Wack's throat. Now, that one you might explain, because he may have thought he was still a teammate, but he wasn't, because Wack clears it out to Ambler, and he's got one now in Tate Marsh on this near side, which is the grandstand side at Terry Hunter Oval. Runs and delivers down the line. McColl and Roscoe. McColl's got the spot. Roscoe with a bit of body work. McColl does well. Handball's over the shoulder to Blewett. Has to get down, and good work by Marsh. Blewett with a handball. Picked off, though. Nicely done by D'Angelo. Back to him. They get the 1-2. D'Angelo toes to Willerton. Willerton will chip it over the top. Neocles can take the uncontested mark. He's got one in the goal square if he wants. Decides not to. Linton held him up, and now he gets called. No, he wasn't he wanted to play on. The umpire said, I'd call time on, and you got to come back and kick for a shot. 25 and 3/4 minutes gone in the second quarter.
I tell you, before that passage of play there, we'd had about 3 or 4 minutes, Boxer, where you wouldn't have thought this was the best 50 minutes we'd just seen beforehand, had we?
100%. And I think, again, I'm just going to keep shaking my head about the handball use of the Tigers at the minute too. So they're overdoing it. They're being exposed now by the Maroons, and it's going to cost them goals. The goals by turnover at half-time will be an interesting stat too against Morwell.
Well, they've kicked the last 3 goals of the Maroons, and they lead by 8 points with a Neoclear shot on goal incoming from about 35, 40 metres out. Slight angle. Neoclear's a beautiful kick of the football and puts it through. In the end, he snuck it home. He celebrated very early, a little bit like Stephen Curry does with the 3-pointers, but in the end, he snuck it home. A good goal.
Jeez, you're putting him in the same category as Steph Curry.
Just the celebration.
Just the celebration. But I'm a little bit bewildered. I think the message at half-time now from Bailey, from Morwell, has to be, it's got to be a kick. It's got to be a handball kick game now, because right now the overuse of the handball is really hurting them.
I can tell you, Box, 5 goals won from turnovers this quarter alone for Traralgon, and the Maroons are 14 points ahead at the 26-minute mark.
Jacobson with the tap down, but McAuliffe will be first there. If he can get the hands out to Leake, it'll be good, and it does. Leake swings back around, straightens up with that right foot, and finds Musil. It wasn't where he was looking for, but he'll take the mark. Musil wants to go quickly, he does. Puts it out to the far side where they've got space. McDonald going to go over the top. Hourigan came back without the ball. Wasn't able to pick it up. There was Hillier. He comes out without possession. McDonald throws it on the boot. Will it land in Bailey's hands? No. The bounce. 1, 2. Couldn't quite get it. Halliburton hit it hard. Ambler, Tripodi, he came back into trouble. Looking for, wasn't able to find anyone, but coming through there was the captain in Hourigan. Wrapped up straight away there in the tackle by the Maroons. There was Halliburton. We'll have a ball up inside the Tigers 50.
You had me singing when you said 1, 2.
1, 2.
I went, buckle my shoe.
Ball up, big tap by Jacobson, got out the back there, handball over the shoulder, couldn't complete that one there. Was Daltrey, and now Cunico has to fight for it at ground level. Bailey was there, somehow in traffic, got it to Smith. Smith can twist and turn. He's going to handball to Leake, top of the 50, kick around the body from Leake. It's going to go to the boundary line, and then with a spoil there was Dunbar and Membry. They go to the boundary line. Tigers called deliberate. The umpire said, let's throw it in. They were looking to spoil as opposed to punch it over for the boundary line.
No, he wasn't.
You reckon he was looking for the boundary line?
Membry's second effort was well and truly to get to the boundary line.
28 minutes, front spot there was Musil, grabbed it out of the ruck, quick kick. McDonald can't complete the mark, and Membry will see it go over for a boundary throw-in.
Scud, we've had a couple more goals kicked in the Wonthaggi Moe game, so it's Wonthaggi 2-1-13, they trail Moe 3-3-21.
Boundary throw-in, 28 and a half minutes into the second quarter here. They trail by... There's a free kick going against the Tigers, which Linton is outside 50. Linton, again, he's had a great game, but a couple of silly moments.
Yep.
Lopez has the free kick. They're going to move it quickly, the Maroons. Do they want another one? Cunico gave it back to Lopez. Now to D'Angelo. The outlet kick to the wing. It might just come off, although Smith puts a strong tackle on the Tripodi, and now Smith wins it. And he picks it up off the deck, and his kick was smothered, though. Gray slides to ground level, tries to get a handball out, can't do so. Umpire will give a free kick. Will go the Tigers' way. It's going to go Gray's way.
I think it was in the back there too, Tim. I didn't see what it was for.
Sling, I think, what they called. Rolled him in. He's called to play on. Gray dumps the ball inside 50. And there's the siren, which ends a great first half of footy here. We knew it was going to be great between these two teams. And we'll go to the half-time break, Scud, with the Maroons in front.
Yeah, 5 goals to 2 in the quarter for the Maroons. They get the margin out to 14 points at half-time. We've got a wrap coming up after the break, thanks to Gippsland Mowers. Of course, you are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. Hopefully you're enjoying it. It is an absolute cracker here at Terry Hunter Oval this afternoon as well. It is all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League top 5 for round 17. Number 1, kicking us off, it's Trent Baldy here from Moe. Did really well to get to the front of the pack here, scooped it up brilliantly, and then goes check side to finish. Number 2, it's Jack Hume here from Leon Gather. Did really well here. Gets around 1, and then the big snap to finish. Number 3, a real smart finish here. Jackson Williams from Wonthaggi. Just fell for him here. Gets it in the pocket. Real acute angle, and just puts it home. Number 4, Mitch Dow's here from Sale. He had pace to burn. Look at him go. Takes the nice timed bounce and then goes bang for a beautiful goal.
Takes the bounce. Freeman once, Dowse throws to 45, Dowse running through and runs to the crowd, and he's kicked the Zambrero goal of the day.
Wowee.
Mitch Dowse.
Number 5, Thomas Marriott here from Leon Gather. This is just class. He got the real lucky bounce there, just fell in his lap. But to go drop punt from there, that is class.
Welcome back here to Terry Hunter Oval. Round 18 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League, and it is the Maroons that are in front at half-time. 8-3-51 to the Tigers, 5-7-37.
5-7.
And win is what the Tigers need to do. We just went through there at half-time of where the live ladder sits. And as it currently stands, with Sale leading Bairnsdale convincingly and Moe over the line against Wonthaggi at the moment at half-time, the Tigers are now out. Boxer.
I thought I pressed the button. I did press it, but it didn't go up.
Apologies for that, listeners. Boxer has a dump lust.
He pressed the button and it didn't go up.
Yeah, exactly right. You do a little bit more. A little bit more
Anyway,
than just pressing buttons.
I got some more scores I want to get through as well. Warragul 6-5-41 lead, Maffra 3-6-24. Leongatha 13-8-84, 1-2-8 for Druin. Foster 8-6-54, MDU 5-1-31 at half-time. And would you believe the North Gippsland Football League have only got one game to report?
Yep.
And how they still can't do it.
Really?
Yeah, so the scores there, I got quarter time, that's it. 2-1-13 to 0.
All right, interesting there. And, of course, this third quarter is about to get underway, not too far away. Both sides are in their respective forward 50s, having the last little bits of words of advice. It's an all-important third quarter with the Maroons leading by 14 points. And they are looking to end the Tigers' season if they can get over the top. Of course, the Tigers trying to keep their season alive. As Timmy just said, the live ladder at the moment has the Tigers out of the 5 at the moment and Sale back in. Of course, around the grounds is all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. The massive 10-day stock date clearance is on now, and they don't want to count it, so they're clearing it. It's simple as that, Boxer. That's why you'd never did a stock take in your whole life, because you didn't have enough fingers and toes.
I didn't, no, and I don't like doing it. And it does confuse me a little bit too, though, but I do take a lot of stock.
What you do need, yes, you do. What you do need, Boxer, you need one of the Haynes 5-seat fabric corner lounge suites. That's what you need. It's got 2 built-in electric recliners, 2 of them. So when you wear one out,
for one leg.
You can get in the
and
other one.
one's for the other leg.
And you know what? It's only $2,899.
I actually might go visit and might do that because the dogs ate the other couch.
What do you mean they ate the couch?
They've been eating the couch. The leather couch down the front's just their. That's what I feed them now.
All right. Goodness gracious. Well,
they eat foam and leather. That's all they eat now.
Sides are out there. Umpires are about to get the third quarter for McDonald's underway. The new quarter pounder range at Macca's. It's the icon you love with a little extra flair. And that's all the little teaser we're going to give you because you've got to pop into your local McDonald's store. But don't do that just yet because we've got a great game on our hands here with the Tigers trailing by 14 points. Season on the line for them. In the middle, to start the third quarter for the Tigers is McAuliffe, Bailey and McFarlane as it started the game, and likewise with the Maroons. Willerton, D'Angelo, Cunico, and the 2 ruckmen that haven't really had a break in Burr and Jacobson. And the umpire gets us back underway here, and Jacobson looks to get up early. Nice little tap out the back. McFarlane was in the front spot, couldn't get the handball away though. And we'll have a secondary stoppage.
Yeah, Scott, they've lined up the way they finished the second quarter.
All right, again, this time Burr with a front spot. Grabs it out of the ruck. Got a handball away to McFarlane. Inside 50. He tried to lower the eyes. It got smothered partially. It still gets there for the Tigers. Great work there by Marsh. Left the footy behind in the end, and now they just jump on top of each other. And we'll have a ball up. Too many
stacks on the mill.
Yes, exactly right. 45 metres inside, or outside the goal of the Tigers, which means it's just inside the forward 50, Tim.
It is, Scott. As Jacobson and Burr give that one to Burr, he got the tap down. It would look to get there on the right foot there coming through. Willerton took front position. McMahon, tried to kick. Umpire said, you tried, play on. Went through the legs of Jacobson. Got the handball over McFarlane. He gets the handball over Boyd Bailey. The coach slaps it onto the left boot. It's not going to make the distance. Dropping short. Coming out there was Hourigan with a double fist. And it's Cunico. He'll get the handball over the top. Looking for and finding that man Hourigan who ran on to whack. And the Maroons get out of their deep 50.
Yeah, they do. They get it across to the run. Tripodi has a couple of bounces on the outer side. Make it 3. And now kicks high. Top of the 50. Anderson's in the front spot to mark this one again. Takes the mark. Although didn't complete it. I think he had a couple of bites at it and it went over the boundary line. So a boundary throw in on the outer side.
How the momentum has swung really well for Traralgon is when Hourigan's gone back. It's just he really balances up that back and he really sets him up down forward.
A boundary throw in. Burr in the front spot, tapped it down nicely to Bailey. He gave a handball to the other Burr. That was Jackson. Back to Bailey. Left foot kick. High down the wing. It's going to come in board. Although dropping that mark there looked to be Dunbar. And they'll have to fight for it now on the centre wing. And the umpire says we'll ball it up. in the end, it was Marsh. That's the Cade variety. Looking a little bit similar out there with the blonde hair.
They are. Burr was front position. We'll give it to him there. Tripodi, he's wrapped up in a tackle straight away. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Ticked over 2 minutes here. Bit of a subdued start to the third quarter.
A lull.
Absolutely, the lull before the storm. Jacobson got the tap out of that one. Wrapped up in the tackle there is Willerton. He's going to get for holding the ball. And that'll be that he didn't make any attempt to get rid of it. So Boyd Bailey, he plays on straight away, does the coach. On the left boot, chisels one inside, but
come on,
went nowhere, and McMahon will take the relieving kick. He's called to play on there by the umpire. He's going deep down the line. Hamilton came forward, wasn't able to take the mark. Cunico's wrapped up straight away. And we'll have a ball up out there on the far side. True centre wing here, Terry Hunter Oval.
Turnovers inside forward 50 is going to be the key to this game.
Massive key. The kick was good. It's actually the reaction of the forwards of Morwell that's got to be better.
Well, working hard is D'Angelo. Forward handball, good to Reuters. He gives it backwards to the run of Daltrey. Over the top handball, looking for D'Angelo again. He's got a couple Tigers to beat. Anderson was one of those. D'Angelo jumped on it. Anderson jumped on him. And we'll have a ball up. Whichever side can adjust, just have a little bit of composure going forward. Might just have the ascendancy as this game gets to the pointy end.
Burr with the tap down, and he's going to rove it himself, and he does, and he gets the handball out there.
To the bro.
To the bro in Jackson. On the boot, looking forward. Wasn't able to find it there for the Tigers, and it's going to go over the boundary line there with Smith.
They're a lot better setting up the Maroons coming forward, even though it was repelled then. But the thing is about Morwell is their forwards have got to anticipate what happens outside their area. They've got to read it better. Jacobson
gets that one and he throws the fist at it. Willerton got the quick handball out. Cunico, his hands on to Daltrey. He's going to dump it down the line on the wing. Linton over the back, good spoil, but Lopez was first to it. He tries to find Ambler. Cooling was there to nullify that. Cunico, though, handball coming inside. Willerton gave it to the big running big Maxi Jacobson. He's going to dump the ball inside 50. Hamilton front position. Good fist there from McCall. Coming through and through leak. The Tigers are going to repel it out into the middle. Get out of the way, Rick Galea.
Again.
He's in the way again. Ambler comes through the middle. Smothered there, though, by Bailey. Good contest there by everyone. They're hard at it. They're all over it. The umpire's going to come in here. And so he'll say, I'll have it.
Gee whiz, I tell you what. Dunbar, Willerton, McFarlane, Ambler. All hard at it in the middle. We've got a ball up right in the middle of Terry Hunter Oval. Tripodi with a handball out the back to Marsh was good. The forward handball releases Ambler, who gave it to Willerton. Right foot, little chip, top of the 50. Cooling's there, can't complete the mark. Good spoil by Lopez. Comes to ground. Ambler attacked it hard. Gave a handball to Lopez. Now to Reuters. And Reuters from 30 metres out. Kicks around, misses. Just kept a little bit skinny. And it's a minor score, Paul Carter.
First score of the quarter's come just on the 5-minute mark of this quarter, 8-4-52. Traralgon, 15-point lead over Moore, 5-7-37. McDonald's Gippsland score.
Quickly brings the ball into McCall, and he's gone to a one-on-one contest with Halliburton and Cooling. Halliburton kept his feet, delivers a ball inside 50, looking for Reuters. Good, strong, contested mark. He's got players everywhere, and one of them is Neocleus. And 40 metres out, he's going to go back and look for Traralgon's first for the quarter.
Reaction time, when the ball's out of your area or there's a turnover, you've got to be aware where your players are. I don't know how a player of this calibre can be alone inside 50 and not know that he's there. And we see players then when he's marked at jog trotting just behind him saying, I should have manned him up. It's just too late then. That's way too late.
Absolutely, we said they need to be better coming out of their defensive 50 as Neocleus will come in, crosses a 50, puts the ball on the way. He started it out to the right. Will it hold its line? It does, and it goes through for the first for the Maroons.
Well, there you go. And he's actually had two nice kick at goals now so far this afternoon, Harvey. And again, it's one of those things where Morwell, if they've got to get themselves back into the game, they've got to reset and start thinking through their play, because every time they get the ball in hand, they look like they're panicking and they're making the wrong decision. So it's time now to really reset now. It's really an opportunity for them to step up right now.
Traralgon by a match high 21 points at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard as Traralgon 9-4-58, Morwell 5-7-37.
Burr tapped it down and Bailey gets the free kick in the middle of the ground for the Tigers. So try and move it quickly. Rolls onto the left foot, kicks it high, out of side. Anderson has just rolled down from the half-back line. Can't complete the mark. Squeezes a handle over the top, though, to McDonald. Hourigan closes, kept his feet well, wins it, sold some candy, comes back inboard with a 45 kick and chisels it to Jacobson. Cool as a cucumber. And Jacobson switches it to Marsh. Of the Tate variety, defensive 50, inboard 45s, ambitious, but guess what? Hourigan's there, one hand up. Hillier does well though for the Tigers, gives it to Cooling, got around the tackler there, Reuters, gives a handball to McAuliffe, and now McAuliffe's able to kick. It's a centre forward and turns it over. It's the story of the day for the Tigers. D'Angelo picks it off and they got the outer side in Cunico.
They do, and they're going to go through Cunico as Boxer throws his pen down, delivers the ball inside, looking for Lopez, wasn't able to take it. Roscoe, though, is going to swing round on the left boot, puts it towards the square. Who's there? Neocleus is in front and takes a strong contested mark.
Turnovers killing the Tigers.
Absolutely, it's all over. That's it.
Oh, gee whiz.
I'm done. I can't keep talking it up.
Neocleus is going to play on. He's called to play on. Went to go. He's gone again over the left shoulder. He's pushed it to the right.
Rushed it.
Maybe not.
And through 4-1 behind.
Traralgon now 9-5-59, 22-point lead over Morwell, 5-7-37. That's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, and we've played 8 minutes of the third quarter.
It's the quickest retraction I think I've ever heard from anybody.
Cooling's going to go to the outer side, short to McColl. He's got some grass in front of him, runs and plays on, kicks it to the outer wing. Linton will be the target, but Lopez will get in the front spot. Doesn't complete the mark, although he was paid it. And he'll have the mark hard up on the boundary line, but it is on the wing area, out of the danger zone for the moment for the Tigers. They trail by 22 points. Now's the time, you think, at the 8.5-minute mark of the third quarter, they must get a wriggle on. They've got to kick a couple of consecutive goals, you'd think. Lopez's kick, in they go. McColl can't complete it. Willett at ground level is good. Kicked around the body. High there. Front spot is Quigley. Gets over the back there. Neocleus. McColl was good. Gave it to Gallier. Gallier's handball. Does it find Anderson? It does. Just gives a handball now to Blewett. Inboard handballs trying to get the run of Gallier. He's under pressure. Got ball to boot. Jacobson takes the mark. Just the required 15. He's too far out to score though, Timmy.
He is. He's going to set it up, drops the ball about 15 metres out to a contest. They're all up. Quigley's going to go in there, two-handed fist, and put it over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw-in 15 metres around from the Maroons' goal.
Tigers cannot afford to let the Maroons get the next goal.
They've kicked the last 5, the Maroons, to lead by 22. Deep in their forward 50. Lopez got rid of Anderson. He's going to throw it on the boot. Snaps it round, and it's through for a minor score.
Now a 23-point lead to Traralgon on the McDonald's Gippsland scored, 9-6-60 to Morwell, 5-7-37. 9.5-minute mark, third quarter.
Anderson's going to take the kick in. The Tigers have to be smart here, and they need to just control the ball. They can't just dump kick it as they go out. Anderson looks out on the far side, and it is a great kick and finds Musil. He's going to play on. And they've got the runners. They've got McDonald out. If it can get to him, it does. What's he got ahead? He's got Hillier, who's trying to hit up through the middle. Instead, he goes out wide to the coach there in Boyd Bailey. They've moved it well so far, the Tigers. This is the important kick. He's hit it up. Out there and found it out there with McDonald. He's going to try and centre it through and come through with Quigley. Lopez is there to stand the mark. Again, this is the important kick. They need to go long and deep here, Scud.
They do. And he looks up. There's a lot of numbers inside the forward 50. That's the problem. And they went deep to the pocket. Back with a flight there was Cunico. Bailey squeezes the handball forward. Just lands at the toes there of Lopez. And then Bailey got a somehow handball away. Ball in dispute. Handball forward. Lands in the hands of D'Angelo. It's going to be picked off by Quigley, though. And you just sense they got to square it up. And they do just that. It goes to Burr. And now we can give the handball to Anderson. Does it change the angle? No, because they go back in that direction. Musil with a slips catch. Play on, said the umpire. No. Yes.
Yep, play on.
Play on,
it was
and
a
then
ball.
my ball.
One of the things that too, then when they got to the top of that 50, they've got to start playing a little bit of basketball, and we can talk about that in a minute.
Jacobson wins the tap down there, through to Cunico. He gets the kick out, looking for and finding Lopez. And the Maroons again have been able to repel the Tigers' attack. 11 minutes gone here, third quarter. The Maroons by 23 points. Lopez out in the far wing. Kicks long, Hamilton in front. One grab, two, wasn't able to get there. Blewett to Bailey, to Anderson, who's been big all afternoon. Goes down the line, great kick, finds Hillier. He's pushed up, looks to go. Delivers the ball inside 50, but it's going nowhere, apart from out of bounds on the full.
They've got to change something. They've got to change the angles and the lines coming in.
Well, they haven't exactly right.
They haven't come this side at all, the Tigers, all day. So they need to come grandstand side. The Maroons have done it a couple of times, and we've seen that it's worked for them. McMahon's going to play on, and as we speak about that, he's going to come across, kick. This needs to be good.
He's got one on.
He's going to Hourigan. He's got Marsh out by himself, and they've come grandstand side. Marsh will take the mark in front of the deck. He's looking to run. Not sure where to go. He's going to get in trouble here. He's run himself into trouble. But Cunico was good. Gets the handball back to Tate Marsh. On the right, looking for the hit up there. Roscoe goes over the top. Who's going to be first to it? It'll be Willerton. Will it bounce for him? Keeps it in front. Again, 3 taps, 4 taps. Galea's running there from the Tigers. Did well.
Oh, free kick.
Free kick to Galea from the Tigers. Great hustle there by Josh Galea.
It was great desperation, wasn't it? Because Willerton definitely got the more pace than him.
Oh, Galea tries to go inboard. It's going to be dangerous because Hamilton's there, can't complete it. But rode by D'Angelo, steps inside and slams it over the goal umpire's head. Turnovers again, and the Maroons capitalise. They've kicked 2 in the quarter, but make it 6 of the last goals for the Maroons.
Not just the turnover that we talk about too, Scott, it's where they turn the ball over as well. They just then, Josh Galea put it into the attacking zone rather than defend down the line because he was put under pressure and he didn't relax and weigh up his options. So it's just one of those things where the Tigers, all they want to do is just go, and I get that. But now maybe a little bit of slow play might actually get them back working their way through this scoreboard because right now they're just playing too quick.
Margin now out to 29 points. We're at the 13-minute mark of the third quarter. 10-6 to 5-7. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
And a free kick's going to go against the Tigers in the middle of the ground. It's going to go the Maroons' way. It's all going Traralgon at the moment. And they are composed under pressure. And the Tigers are just starting to feel a little bit. The Maroons will put the screws down. Jacobson kicks it straight down the middle of the ground. Big fly. Linton gets to the back though with the spoil. Roscoe was there, took on a tackler, and he might get pinged for holding the footy. And Harry McCall gets a free kick and a 50-metre penalty getting involved there.
He's reversed it.
No, 50-metre penalty against the Oakley. So McCall will take this to the middle of the ground. This is where they're going to move it quickly.
Double.
It's going to be a double, so this could be a shot on goal.
So they've been good all day. Don't lose it now, umpires. McCall deliberately just ran into Lopez when there's a 4 or 5 that are already there. That's not a 50.
All right, are you allowed to...
So that'll put him right inside, wouldn't it? Right.
Hourigan's a man on the mark, 30 metres out directly in front. A double 50 has been paid. Is this the circuit breaker for the Tigers? You just get the sense they must kick this one. 14-minute mark of the third quarter for McDonald's. The Tigers trail by 29. Season on the line, and McCall's got a shot from 45. Starts it out to the right. It's going to stay there and go through for a minor score. Paul Carter.
That's Moore's first score for the quarter, and it's come at the 14.5-minute mark. They are going to 5-8-38, trailing Traralgon 10-6-66. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Membry brings it in with that breeze, goes wide, looking for Lapres. Linton did well, got the spoil in. We'll have a boundary throw in, far side, nearly true centre wing. 28 points the margin, as Paul said.
Timmy, Moe still hold a 7-point lead, 27-20 against Wonthaggi.
So in the scheme of things, Wonthaggi's percentage is very, very good. So that's the issue there for the Tigers. Wonthaggi might lose, but they'll stay in.
Absolutely, with the percentage. Halliburton did well, got the ball back into the middle. D'Angelo in those white boots, kicks it forward. Taking the relieving mark there is Burr. He's going to go out that far side. They haven't switched play much here, the Tigers. Leak. He looks to come in board and finds Musil with the handball over to Brown. He's pushed up. D'Angelo wraps him up in a strong tackle. Reuter's got the quick hands looking for Neocleus. It comes back out, coming through there, not able to take it. And he's been pinged for holding the ball there. Was Lopez of the Tigers, and D'Angelo will take it. He's just told to settle by a couple of the boys. Plays on, goes out wide. Looking for Lopez. Linton over the top. Lopez did well with the one hand. The second was straight back onto it. Throws it inside with his left boot. Reuters is looking to try and keep it in. He does. No, the boundary umpire said, when you put it on your boot, you've taken it over, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 16 minutes gone here, third quarter. The Maroons by 28 points. As we said, Scud, the Tigers need to change something. Well, otherwise it's just going to roll itself out.
Exactly. You keep doing the same thing, I think you're going to get the same result. And that plays into the hands of the Maroons. They know what you're going to do.
I think the Maroons are too good to not have already understand what the Tigers have done all day.
They've defended that side the whole day, the Tigers. So they've been very predictable.
Lopez with a tap. McDonald was there. Inboard kick only just got towards McFarlane. You hold your breath.
Every kick's making me nervous.
McFarlane's kick to Gray. Got underneath it again. It gets out.
Another 50.
Whistle.
Another 50.
Maroons will just want to slow things down, I think, with their voice at the moment.
No.
whatever it is, whether it's free kicks given or whatever, they're giving away the 50s because they've got total control at the moment. Brown gets it, goes to the open side. Smith will go back and drop the mark that he should have taken and now has a fumble. He's hard up on the boundary line. He kicks to a dangerous spot. Out comes Wack, gathers it, took on the tackler, got a handball away to Hourigan and now gets it out to McMahon. He can chip the kick over the top to Lopez. And the Maroons' defence holds strong again. Lopez looks out wide. He goes in the Neoclis direction, although further afield out wide is Daltrey, just skips through. Cooling was back there, gives a handball forward to Burr. Burr tried to take on Ambler, got boot to ball though. Umpire said play on. Quigley has to come and help with Judah Leak. Quigley's there first. Wrapped up from a McMahon tackle. And we'll have a ball up on the outer side. 17 and a half minutes gone. Third quarter for McDonald's. 28-point margin in favour of Traralgon, the home side.
Maroons have kicked 2. The Tigers have only got the 1 point for this quarter. Musil got over the top. D'Angelo did well. He's been good. Took a bounce. Came in board to Daltrey. This is the all-important kick. Sends it forward over the top of Jacobson. McCall was running back. He's running back. He's going to have to do something. And he's going to rush it through for a point. Probably the best option he had in the end, but he wasn't making any forward movement.
Traralgon ahead by 29 points at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter. 10-7-67 to 5-8-38. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
McCall will come to the near side and get it off the instep. Going to turn it over. Straight down Dunbar's throat. Dunbar wants to get... He's got called to play on. He chips to a leading target. Jacobson now goes forward. And the height, too tall, too strong. Shot on goal coming. Tigers in trouble.
And this is where I talked about the bench movements as well. The coaches have got to be aware that if Jacobson goes goes forward, then Dan Musil's got to have to either do the job down there as well. So the reaction time again's got to work both ways. Right now, the height's going to hurt him down back.
You might just see the Tigers' head slump if this goal goes through. Maxie Jacobson, 19-minute mark, 29 points currently to get it to a game-high 35. In he comes. He's pushed it across the face. It's a minor score.
And it's a game-high 30. 10-8-68 to 5-8-38. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
2 goals, 5 for the Maroons. With the opportunity to put the Tigers away, but they haven't done it yet. As it comes in and Lopez, he's called to play on. Chips the ball into the middle, put it on top of the head. Wack came over the top. Coming through there was Cade Marsh. He's going to run through from 50, lowers the eyes, hits up the target there in Roscoe. And he'll have another shot on goal. It'll be the 8th.
He'll have another what?
He'll have another shot.
Another pot.
Croc is what I said. Shot
Might
on
be
goal, and it could be the 8th scoring shot for the Maroons this quarter.
Boxer, it might be a pot shot.
Oh, like it. I like it too.
Roscoe, the young fellow, he kicked one from about 50 earlier on in the game. Comes in, 35, deliberate approach, puts it on its way. Goal umpire moves slightly, but there it is, straight through the middle. And the Maroons lead by 6 goals.
Well, we get a fork because Morwell's done. It is all over here for the Tigers. It's going to be by how far now by the Maroons, unless the Maroons come and start rotating some players through, but that's all Morwell probably would want right now because they're getting really outplayed.
And as you said, it's a 36-point lead to Traralgon at the 20-minute mark on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Back to the middle they go. Burr's there and Jacobson again. He's been a power in the middle of the ground. McFarlane grabbed it. Got a handball away off half-back. Gave it to Quigley, now to Bailey. Bailey's left foot kick too, and trying to take the mark. Linton, looks like they've made a change there. Linton has gone forward for the Tigers. So Linton looks up, drives it in. Top of the square they go. McDonald and Wack. McDonald put one's hand out. McAuliffe was there. Got one over the shoulder. Will win the free kick. And will be directly in front. And the Tigers haven't kicked a goal since the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
Boxer, I reckon that they've had the Traralgon are forcing the changes. So Lopez seems to have either gone into the ruck there or he's going back, and Jacobson's going forward. So Linton looks like he's following Lopez.
Following Lopez, yep.
So directly in front. We've said this a couple of times for the Tigers. They haven't been able to capitalise. He's 40 metres out will be the kick. McAuliffe comes in. For the Tigers first since the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. It is over the goal umpire's head. It's through. And there's a little bit of a heartbeat, but there's not much enthusiasm out there from the Tigers. Can they get a bit of a run on?
Well, this is what they need. This is what they want. They need to inject that little bit of enthusiasm. But, of course, the quickest way to goal is by kicking the thing instead of handballing it. So it's right now they've just got to go back to the old fundamentals, get the ball inside 50 and let the ball do the rest.
And the margin back now to 30 points. We played 22 minutes in the third quarter. The McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has Traralgon 11-8-74, leading Morwell 6-8-44.
Broke the run of 7 goals that the Maroons had kicked there from McAuliffe as the ball comes back into the middle. Jacobson, neither ruckman got it, but Bailey's going to get the clearance as they've done most of the day. Forward, Gray, who's been quiet in this quarter, led to the footy there, coming out and getting the handball over there, coming through there. Missed on that
Campbell.
one, Scott. Campbell, thank you. Membry's going to be back though. His handball comes to Tom McMahon. He looks to take a clearing kick out, and finding out there on the far side is Tate Marsh. She goes over the top and finds Dunbar. They've just got players all over the place here, the Maroons. They're going to have a bit of slow play. Dunbar, far wing here at Terry Hunter Oval. Goes down the line, and the Maroons will be happy to see it out there if Hamilton can over the boundary line, which he does. We'll have a boundary throw in about 70 metres around from the Maroons' goal. Just under 23 minutes gone here, third quarter. It's the Maroons by 5 goals.
Out of side ground, Terry Hunter Oval. Sun shining, beautiful Saturday afternoon. The Maroons have got really nothing to play for, but they've come to play, as you'd expect, at a Traralgon Morwell rivalry. A secondary stoppage from that boundary throw-in.
So, Scott, we've got a draw down in South Gippsland at the moment. It's 27 apiece between Wonthaggi and Moe.
All right, interesting down there. And the free kick's going to be paid here from the stoppage to Traralgon. It's going McMahon's way. Tigers flood back some numbers. We've just ticked over 23 and a half minutes. And McMahon, high kick. Big pack's going to form here. Smith goes back. Here's the Tiger forward. He's punched it forward. Cunico roved it, kicked around the body. Burr's just got to get a hand on it. And running it through, though, for a rush behind was Quigley.
Traralgon ahead by 31 points, and we play 24 minutes of the third quarter, 11-9-75 to 6-8-44.
Quigley's kick in, might be a turnover, although Neoclis couldn't gather it. Leak gets on the end of it, kicks it high, and that will be a turnover. Daltrey, inboard kick to Whack. Can mark on his chest, too far out to score, you'd think. He's going to chip it over the top. He's got numbers everywhere. Willerton can't complete the mark. Anderson was there, gave a handball to Leak. And Leak goes down to ground. He wants to shuffle it out. Cooling's there. He has to get rid of it quickly. Under pressure. Handball was okay to McAuliffe. And now arcs the back. Run down from Tripodi. Just didn't get rid of the handball. Holding the footy. Tripodi free kick.
Not going to outrun Tripodi too often.
No.
And as we said, that just needed to be dump kick in. Tripodi will reload. And he does. Puts the ball deep inside 50. Smith's got the front position. He's pushed out there by Lopez. And I think Campbell Blewett thought that it was going to go against him for pushing Lopez into the back of Smith, but the umpire saw the one from Lopez to Smith. So Smith will take the clearing kick.
They're going far side again too, Timmy.
Absolutely, and it's a 2-on-1 contest, but it's going to end up back a free kick coming through, and it's going to be Tate Marsh who's going to get the free kick. It's going to go against Cohen Campbell, I'm pretty sure, that came through there.
So the 2-on-1 and the one wins.
Absolutely. McMahon, he's going to reload deep inside 50. Hamilton over the top, one touch, wasn't able to take the second. Jacobson did the roving, gets it out. Willerton, he gets the handball coming through there. Neoclis ducked the head there, nothing being paid.
Holding the ball.
And holding the ball is what the call is from the umpire.
So they paid that because he ducked into it. Correct. Is that what it was?
Absolutely, yeah. So he had that's his prior.
Yeah, okay.
As soon as you go to duck, that's your prior.
He's come off second best in the Oakleys too, so
good call there by the umpire. It's going to be Cooling who's going to take the relieving kick, but he hasn't got much to kick to other than his man Anderson. He's still deep inside their 50. He's going to go 1-2 with Cooling. He does. He chips over the top, and he'll find Musil looking for some run. There's not much activity up ahead, Scud.
No,
he's looking inside. He's going down. He's going to kick the ball in the middle, so 2-on-1, but D'Angelo gets his hand in there. McAuliffe wasn't able to get anything, but McFarlane got the handball over to McDonald. He throws the ball on the right boot. He's put the bounds on the full. And Ty Hourigan will look to reload. 26 minutes gone, third quarter. The Maroons have had control in this quarter. They kicked 3 goals, 6 to 1 goal, 1.
Timmy, I'll just quickly go around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture and the netball, the A grade. It was Traralgon 46, defeated Morwell 28.
Right on the three-quarter time side. Only went 26 and a half minutes. The Maroons in total control. 3 goals to 1 in the quarter. They've extended the lead from 14 out to 31 at three-quarter time. There's 1 to go, and it looks to be all in the hands of the Traralgon side. They're going to put out their arch rival if they get over the top of the Tigers. 11-9-75 Traralgon leading Morwell 6-8-44. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League top 5 for round 17. Number 1, kicking us off, it's Trent Baldy here from Moe. Did really well to get to the front of the pack here, scooped it up brilliantly, and then goes check side to finish. Number 2, it's Jack Hume here from Leon Gather. Did really well here. Gets around 1, and then the big snap to finish. Number 3, a real smart finish here. Jackson Williams from Wonthaggi. Just fell for him here. Gets it in the pocket. Real acute angle, and just puts it home. Number 4, Mitch Dow's here from Sale. He had pace to burn. Look at him go. Takes the nice timed bounce and then goes bang for a beautiful goal.
Takes the bounce. Freeman once, Dowse throws to 45, Dowse running through and runs to the crowd, and he's kicked the Zambrero goal of the day.
Wowee.
Mitch Dowse.
Number 5, Thomas Marriott here from Leon Gather. This is just class. He got the real lucky bounce there, just fell in his lap. But to go drop punt from there, that is class.
Welcome back. Welcome back, of course, to Terry Hunter Oval. Three-quarter time's done. The Traralgon coach, Troy Hamilton, just keeping his charges just in for a little bit longer. One last chat before they go out for the final quarter and they get their finals campaign underway for the Tigers. They're out there ready to go. Is this going to be the last quarter for the season for the Tigers? Well, they trail by, at the moment, 31 points. Paul Carter with all the key stats.
Traralgon turned around the inside 50s that time, 17-9. That's come up pretty even. More still winning the clearances, 9-8 that quarter and 4-1 for out of centre as well. The ruckman, we have Max Jackson with 35 hit-outs up against Charlie Burr with 15 and Dan Musil with 6. Individually, Louis D'Angelo, 21 disposals along with Jordan Cunico also on 21, 15 to Connor Ambler, 13 Ty Horrigan, 12 Jackson McMahon. For Morwell, the coach Boyd Bailey had 12 disposals and 5 clearances that quarter, so he certainly threw everything into it. He's had 26 disposals at three-quarter time, 19 to Zach Anderson, 18 to Blake Cooling, 14 to Berkeley McFarlane and 10 to Aidan Quigley.
Here he is, Nick Lucchino for Carpet Country this afternoon. He's going to go around the grounds and give us the up-to-date scores. There's a couple of important ones. We'll get to those ones first. Timmy's got a live ladder as well, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Yeah, there's some rippers played around the competition at the moment. Sale, 12-9, 81 lead Bairnsdale, 5-8, 38. I've got progressive scores here because bloody Timmy keeps scribbling out the score and writing it back in here again. But anyway, I'll read you right. 6-6, 42, Wonthaggi. Moe 5-3, 33. The close one down there. Lee and Gaffer 29, 129 to Druin 2-3, 15. And Warrigal 9-5, 59 to Maffra 4-10, 34.
All right, so that live ladder, Timmy, how's it look quickly before last quarter?
Lee and Gaffer, Traralgon, Moe, Wonthaggi, Sale. Morwell need to kick 6 goals.
Well, here they go with Jacobson gets the first tap for the Maroons, though. McAuliffe handballs over the shoulder. Burr was there, and their wrestles couldn't get the handball away because D'Angelo grabbed his wing. And we'll have a secondary stoppage in the middle of the ground. Jacobson again and Burr. This time I'll give it to Burr. D'Angelo slapped it, but McAuliffe kicked it and then caught one in the nether region. And now Bailey barrels one inside. In the front spot, McDonald. Good spoil by Membry. It scoots out the back. Brown is there with Brown. And they'll keep it in, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. I think the Brown of the Tigers wanted that one for a boundary throw-in.
Absolutely, he did. And it's exactly the start that the Tigers need. It's in their forward 50. They just now need to get this one quickly on the board. As the two ruckmen will go at it, Jacobson and Burr. Burr got the tap over the back. Brown took on the Brown, got the handball over to Galea. Boyd Bailey snaps it over his right shoulder, and he's put that one out of bounds on the full. And the Maroons will take the relieving kick from deep on their far pocket here at Terry Hunter Oval. We must say, Scott, a cracking day, but a cracking crowd too for round 18 between these two teams.
Absolutely sensational crowd.
Hurricane brought the ball in. Tom McMahon's got it deep in his back pocket. He's going to look to dump the thing deep down the wing. One-on-one contest. Over the back it does. Smith went to ground with the ball. He's wrapped up by 2 Traralgons. It's spat out the back, but the umpire's going to come in and we'll have a ball up.
So quickly around the grounds in the AFL, Geelong 24-10, 154 lead. The Eagles 8-9, 57. Jeremy Cameron with 9.
Solid day out.
Still got 10 minutes to play in the quarter.
Jacobson with the tap down, went to McDonald. He's wrapped up straight by Willerton. His quick kick forward. Daltrey was first there to Cunico. Back to Daltrey. And McMahon calling for it in the middle, but he's going to dump it down the line on the wing. Hamilton in front, got over the back. He did well, Hamilton got the tap over there. Looking for Neocleus to Lopez, to Hamilton. Giving the ball inside. Halliburton's all on his own in front. He's going to be... Good contest there, comes out. Roscoe got the handball through, running through D'Angelo for the first goal for the Maroons. And Boxer, that might be it.
I think that is definitely it. I think you can just see the difference between when Traralgon used that far side of the ground, the ball use is just... I know the game's just about shot, and it is shot, but the positioning of the Traralgon players is so much better than what the Morwell players was coming out. And they just did it with ease, and they picked off players a lot easier because they moved it quickly. It was a one kick, one handball play, and it's just how it works.
Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard has Traralgon with a 37-point lead at the 3-minute mark, 81 points to 44.
Back to the middle, Burr tapped it down, socket off the ground from Bailey, got it going the Tigers' way, but Cunico will run onto it. He slipped over and then just handball. Just keep an eye on that one. No, he's all okay. The last thing you want is a Cunico injury, but I think he was just lost his footing. We'll get a stoppage. Point of the square, attacking forward half for the Tigers. Jacobson tapped it out. Leake was there. Dunbar wrapped him up and then he just dropped the footy, did Leake, so holding the footy. And Dunbar has it. He's going to kick it down towards Hamilton. Smith will close and get through both their hands. The recovery effort from Smith and Hamilton was just a jog in the end and right in front of the pack deck here in Traralgon. Boundary throw-in.
And the other scores too in the Mid-Gippsland Football League Elimination Final. Foster 10-6-66 to MDU 7-2-44.
Ball comes back in. Jacobson big over the back. Daltrey looked to try and get it. No one really wanted it. Daltrey went again the second time. He's wrapped up by Burr. We'll have another stoppage.
And in the AFL, sorry Timmy, this is a big one as well. 26-14, the Hawks 170 to North Melbourne 7-4-46.
Burr got the tap down. Daltrey again got the handball to Dunbar, to Cunico. He kicks it over his left shoulder, bouncing ball. Took a nice little break there. Roscoe did well, did the pick up, got the handball across, looking for D'Angelo. He's wrapped up straight away in a strong tackle there by McCole, and the Maroons are inside their 50. Scud, you just don't want to see the Tigers just drop. They need to finish off their season strong here. If we say the game's nearly shot, but
absolutely,
they don't want to just drop it and let this blow out.
No, exactly right. It's probably what the Maroons want, because they don't want too much, chase and run in this final quarter. They've got a finals game to play next week, and from that stoppage, a free kick's going to go Burr's way on his defensive 50. So Burr has it. It's 5 minutes in. The Tigers still trail by 37. Maroons have been great. They kick it high, does Burr. McDonald will be the target. Wack will try to spoil. Front there was Bailey. Squeezed the handball to McCole. Inboard handball to Cooling. Bit of open space in the open forward line. Kicks, deliveries to Hillier. Couldn't mark it. Cooling ran on. Handballed over the top to McDonald. Now turns around McDonald. Lowers the eyes and finds Campbell, who dives and marks on his chest.
That's better play then by the Tigers as well. It was just that overlap run, which we haven't seen for the whole afternoon. And the build-up was good. I just think that the only thing that I was going to be critical on it was the handball was going to go back rather than go forward. So great movement there by Campbell. Great lead, great mark.
So Cohen Campbell, slide angle, 40 metres out. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Breeze has dropped here at Terry Hunter. On its way, starts it to the right. It'll stay there, you'd think, and miss. Out of bounds. It goes through for a minor score, Paul Carter.
And Traralgon's lead now 36 points on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. They're 12-9-81, Maul 6-9-45.
Jackson McMahon will do the kick-out duties. He's going to come grandstand side. He's going to dump the ball long. Jacobson's got it. He's got a couple to go against. Smith from the back. Musil. He got the tap down. Boyd Bailey was able to pick it up. Got the handball to McFarlane. Back to Bailey. His kicking board. It's a scrubbly one. Hillier was first to it. Did well to pick it up. Took on the tackler. Threw it on the left boot. Unfortunately, that's going to go out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a Traralgon free kick.
Gippsland Suzuki player of the day. We're going to have a chat to a key player from the Maroons after the game. Of course, a revolutionary Suzuki Swift hybrid. Turns 40. Doesn't look 40. Looks fresh and young.
Like you, Scud.
Yep, Membry comes back. Drives it towards the near side. I won't disagree with that, Boxer. Musil takes the mark. Inboard kick to Anderson. Anderson can turn around. They present up the ground, and he kicks it towards the shallow pocket. McColl's there. Gets through his hand. Hillier. He's going to have another crack on the left. Kicks it to the hot spot. All Maroons. McMahon will take the mark. And that's Tom. Quickly plays on, gives a hand off to Membry.
Membry, he goes out wide, and he's got Neocleus by himself. He's got a paddock in front of him. He takes one bounce. Looks to come inboard. It needs to be a good kick, and it's not. And Anderson there to cut it off. Handball's off to Smith. He looks to go to McFarlane. McFarlane from 55 out. Looks for the hit up. He's gone out wide there to find Brown. That is Brown of the Tigers.
And they're just forced wide for that area to kick into. And it's well done by Traralgon.
Good lead here, though, from
Linton,
absolutely. I was just trying to wait to see whether he was able to take the mark. But Brown of Traralgon is able to repel. He goes out wide and finds Neocleus. He chips it up forward, and he's got Lopez. Well, again, they're just going to play a little bit of tempo footy. He just gives the signal to the boys, let's just slow it down a little bit here. We've only gone 7.5 minutes in the last quarter. They need to move it on. He's called to play on now. Dumps the ball long to a contest there. In front was Ambler, but the ball will go over the boundary line and we'll have a throw in.
And that, at the end of the day, that's exactly right. 8 minutes gone. Traralgon have actually got a goal. So we're out to 36 points and the Tigers are trailing. So time's their friend for the Maroons. You'll find that they'll slow it down at every opportunity and the Tigers' season will be done.
So are the three pizzas on in Traralgon tonight, are they?
They certainly will be. Tell you what, if you remember,
Traralgon members down to Cafe Aviva for the free margarita pizza.
You've got to have the voucher, and Timmy, you've got one of those.
I've got the voucher and I'm a member, so I'll be heading down there to see Joe and the team.
Beautiful. Good supporter of...
Would you like to come over, Scud?
Yeah, might have a free pizza, that'd be good. So we've got another stoppage out here. You haven't missed a great deal. I've got a secondary ball up on the outer side. Tigers trail by 36. Maroons will finish in the top couple. They got the double chance. Anderson tried to crash his way through. Couldn't do so. We'll have another ball up. A couple around the ground scores boxer, thanks to Harvey Norman.
Yeah, I was just going to try and get that one for you too, Scud.
All right.
But it keeps changing the screen over. But anyway, Sale are doing it on their heads at the moment. It's 106 to 40.
51.
Or 51.
All right. Chance Daltrey delivered that kick to Lopez, who found him in stride. He'll wheel and go. Big Dill, and from 60 metres out into the pocket. Can't complete the mark. Reuters gets out the back. They close. The Tigers were there, although the free kick's going to be paid the Tigers' way. And that's going to go in the hands of Riley Lopez. And Riley Lopez looks up. He's going to switch it out to this near side. Quigley takes the mark. They're going to play it at all costs, do you think, for the Tigers? And Quigley wants to go inboard. Found Cooling. He's been called to play on. He's got to get around Ambler. He handballs over the top now to Quigley. Quigley's little kick to find Musil. They want to move it quick. They'll give the hand to McFarlane. Check side kick on the outside. The boot's going to work to Anderson. His handball. Does it come off? Lopez attacked at 100 miles an hour when he didn't need to and left it behind. Brown was there for the Tigers, though, to kick it inside forward 50. McDonald's got the set. Whack goes back, causes the contest, and Brown will clear it out for the Maroons' defence. The outer side kick to Marsh.
He does, and Tate Marshall leads it to the ball there. Comes back, and they've just got all the numbers. He goes back to Hourigan, who comes in board with his kick and finds the experienced McMahon. On the 45 again, they've got him lined up in the middle. D'Angelo takes that mark. They're still running on here, the Maroons. Whack comes through the middle of Terry Hunter Oval, puts it forward. Roscoe got worked out, but it's Cunico all alone inside 50 from 45. He's pushed it out to the right for a minor score.
Taking Traralgon to 12-10-82, a leader 37 points over Morwell, 6-9-45. That's on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard at the 10 and 3/4 minute mark.
So Smith kicks it in to Quigley. It's a good kick in the end from the big fella. Found Quigley, chips it over the top. He's got Burr hard up on the boundary line. He can find him, and he's going to play on quickly. Linton presented, but he kicked it over his head, looking for Hillier in a one-on-one with Dunbar. McDonald's there. He's got to handball it or kick. Decides to kick. Tyler Hillier will run onto this one. Does it set? Galier's there as well. They don't know what to do. Galier kicks it over his head. A bit of a party trick. Is it a Zambrero goal that they contender? He's got Reuters to beat. It's a contender.
Well, that's all it is. I don't think it's anything else, but I know it's a little too late. Too late for the Tigers, but this is what happens when you play topside. You actually change your game up a little bit, and they use this commentary side of the ground for the first time. They cut back inside, and they're actually inside 50 without even blinking. It's just one of those things. It's a pretty easy game, this game of footy.
31-point lead to Traralgon, 11-minute mark of the final quarter, 7-9-51 Morwell, 12-10-82 Traralgon.
They used it by foot, Boxer, instead of by hand a couple of times as the ruckman go at it again. Jacobson over the top. He's done well all day. Ambler said was down. Umpire said we'll ball it up again. We'll have a secondary one in the middle.
Timmy, we've still got a 10-point game again with Wonthaggi and Moe. 6-7-43 to Moe, 5-3-33.
Just got on that Moe down to 2 on the bench as well, boys. Ooh. So that's the last thing they want with a couple of injuries. And thanks to Owen Carter for giving us those updates.
Absolutely.
Same footy.
Jacobson front position. Musil. Jacobson went to ground. Down by Brown, got the handball off. McFarlane. How wide looking theory. Boyd Bailey's going to run through 50, but he nearly put him under pressure. McCall, he's got to just swing round. Looks, hits up. Wasn't able to keep his feet there. Was Hillier coming through. Member, he's wrapped up in a straightaway and a tackle, and we'll have another ball up inside the Tigers 50.
It's the story of their day, isn't it? That's the story of their day. Their decision making has been really questionable this afternoon, and that was another example of that.
Jacobson with the tap down. McCall tried to hit it at pace. Good work by D'Angelo to get a handball out. To the run there of Tripodi, who gave it to Cunico. Kick down the line. Smith with a spoil on Hamilton. The recovery is good from Hamilton. Got it back to Tripodi. Goes with the outside of the boot. Gets towards the wing area. Nicely done by Roscoe. Nearly got ran down, but he got ball to boot. And Brown will come the other direction and run through a couple of Maroon defenders. Couldn't do so. We've got a ball up. And Lucas Tripodi out there. His dad's in for a busy night.
Margarita pizzas all round.
Absolutely.
Ruckman go at it as Musil and D'Angelo. Musil got the clear tap out of that one. Coming through was Ambler off the ground there. He's going to be free kicks being paid, in danger. Although Ambler's the one that's come off second best out of that one. Musil will take the free kick down the far wing. Goes wide, finds McFarlane. His head's up. Got there, puts it over the top of McColl's head. And Wack will take the relieving mark for the Maroons. He goes forward. Players, you can probably hear it in our voices a little bit. The play's stopped pretty quickly here. Tripodi is going to go out wide.
Sting's gone out of the game, Tim.
Well and truly it has. But it's a cracking game for 2 and a bit quarters. Jacobson's got the mark on the far wing. Rolls round, puts it on the big right boot. There's the ruckman. Up in the contest, no one's able to take the mark. Coming through there was Brown for the Tigers. He hits up and finds McFarlane. They've got the opportunity to go, and they do. Finds the coach in Boyd Bailey. He gives the hands over the top to McCall. He took on Tripodi, the tackler.
High.
And he's going to be paid a free kick for a high tackle. McCall, he's going to kick the ball back 35 metres backwards to try and find Brown, but he couldn't find him with one, but he was good enough to get his hands to it. He comes back into the middle. And there's that kick again, and Halliburton's going to cut it off. And here goes the run at Traralgon. Hourigan. McMahon still running from behind. They've just got loose players everywhere. He's going to go back to Halliburton. And they're just going to wax here. We've gone nearly 15 minutes here in the last quarter. Halliburton comes out wide due to leak. I'm not sure what he was looking at, but it wasn't the footy. And McMahon's going to take the mark here. Grandstand side, 15 minutes gone. It's the Maroons by 31 points.
So McMahon looks down the line. A high kick to the pack. Musil in the right spot and can take the uncontested mark in the end. Inboard kick to Bailey's on.
Free kick.
And it's a Shepherd, is it?
Yep.
So Musil had all the time in the world. Maybe that was why, because Hamilton was shepherded off it. Here's a little wobbly drop punt. We'll find Ambler. He'll turn and go. Delivery towards Jacobson. Gets over his head. Front and square was Brown. Taps it over his head looking for the boundary line. Finds it. 15 and a half minutes gone. 31 points is the margin. Traralgon lead it. They will play in a qualifying final next Saturday afternoon at Maffra against Moe. Moe are in a bit of a battle at the moment and got a couple of injury concerns as well.
They definitely are, with Sale too. 19-10, 124, Bairnsdale 8-9-57.
Right, Sale in total control against the Bairnsdale game.
Warrigal 11-7-73, Maffra 5-11-41.
All right. Ball up here. 60 metres out, Traralgon's goal. Ambler head over the footy and then just goes out under the legs there of Bailey. So the free kick will be for the taking the legs out. Bailey will get the free kick. And now it's going to go the other way.
Okay.
So free kick. Paul Carter's not happy with that one. Sorry, Paul. He did sort of indicate that it was below the knees. I apologise, Paul.
That's right.
Sorry. Meanwhile, Cunico takes the mark and will have a shot at goal. Have to kick it 50 metres. He's a long way out. Late in the game.
Breeze has dropped.
If there's one player you want to bring off, I reckon I'm bringing off Jordan Cunico. He's been good this afternoon.
Absolutely.
And Jacobson's probably the other one now. I reckon you start doing it.
26 for Cunico, this kick.
So right on 50. Thumps it. Across the face it goes. The big pack. Can there be a hanger? No one can take the mark. It spills to the goal line. Tigers have got numbers. Burr to Anderson. Back to Jackson Burr. And they miss each other by hand. And that is the story of the day for the Tigers. Boundary throw in. 17 minutes mark. D'Angelo's on the bench. I reckon you stay there, son. Cunico comes off. You're staying as well, boy. Where's Jacobson? Get him off as well.
He's deep in the forward pocket. No one was able to get it, but Quigley was able to come out of the 50. Finds it to Campbell, to McFarlane. He comes inboard. It's got to be on the money. And it's not. It's there to be taken. Marsh had his hands on the ball.
Umpire, let it go.
And they'll play kicking in danger, and Marsh will take the free kick. He'll just get the stats up and finds one with Membry. They come out wide. And good mark there from Hamilton. He's got the calls in there in the middle. Huey Dunbar, no one wanted to be near him. And he goes out wide. There's your man Jacobson. He's going to take a chest mark.
You kick that, you're coming off.
Get off.
That's the deal.
There goes the runner now.
I was going to say, here he is.
Well, that's Lopez, I think you'll find.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll go get him anyway.
It is too. We'll get him off as well.
He might be another one.
Take them all.
Well, that was your question to Coach Hamilton, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd play with 16.
Hey?
I'd play with 16.
Well, especially when you've got a couple that are a little bit, have had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
Lopez from 45, from 40, comes round, puts it on its way. He's hugged it to the left, through from on a score.
32-point lead to Traralgon. We've played 18.5 minutes of the last quarter. 12-11-83 to 7-9-51. All on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Anderson brings it back in. Cooling's all on his own. Takes the chest mark. Chips it over the top. He's got Quigley on the half-back flank. He'll turn and he'll run and carry. He's going to give a handball back to... No, goes to McFarland. In trouble. Handball over the top to Quigley. Now Hourigan comes in, drop the footy, play onto the umpire. Dunbar gives a good strong handball to Hamilton. They're away in the middle of the ground. Here's Daltrey. The kick to the open space. That's Reuters. Goodness gracious me, I'll put my teeth back in. Reuters goes towards Lopez at his toes, can't complete the mark. Blewett does well. Handballs now to Lopez of the Tiger variety. His kick partially smothered, leaks out on the outer side. Got some space. One bounce on the wing. Chips it over the top. Linton was there. Takes a mark. Handballs to Anderson. He'll give it back to Hillier. Hillier's chip kick towards the 50. Brown can take the mark. Right on 49. And Tyler Brown for the Tigers will look to unload. Where's Jacobson? Is he off yet? No,
he's
still out there.
He's deep forward.
All right.
So I think they've taken him out of the ruck.
I'd get him deep forward and go in the grandstand.
Yeah, sit him down at the grandstand with the thirds kids.
Brown from 55. Has it got the leg? Not quite. Rush through for a minor score. 20 minutes gone. Final quarter for Harvey Norman.
12-11-83 Traralgon. 7-10-52 Morwell.
1 goal, 2 each of 2 for the last quarter, Scud.
Yeah, shut it down.
It's, we've had 2 goals kicked in 20 minutes and we just ticked into time on as Membry brings the ball back in and finds Hourigan. Looks like he hasn't missed a beat considering he had 6 or 7 weeks off.
He needed the run too.
Yep.
Absolutely. Goes out wide, finds Tom McMahon. He's been good today.
How good's Hourigan and Kelty going to be next week?
Absolutely.
How good are the final series going to be next week, I tell
That'll
you.
be a cracker. Over the back, Smith tried to go. He had a very unrealistic attempt. He was 4 deep, nothing in that. And then he's just given one away and a 50 against D'Angelo, sucked him in.
Traralgon have got numbers everywhere. Jacobson is all on his own. He's got no opponent. Well, the opponent, as Cooling at the moment, that's really no opponent for him.
Neoclis has got no one there. They've got 3 on 2 deep in their 50. They've got Halliburton out this far side with no one on it. And and the kick lands in the hands there of Jackson Burr.
I think Jacobson's actually shut it down as well.
Yeah, he's not trying.
He's just said to the time, don't man me up, I'm not moving.
Yeah.
I'm off.
It's the old big full forward. I'm just going to work within this 15-metre square.
Smith has it for the Tigers. Outlet kick over the top of McFarland's head. Dunbar took on a tackler holding the footy.
Well done, McFarland.
21.5 minutes gone.
The other game too, boys. Wonthaggi 7-7-49, Moe 5-3-33.
No, we will shut that down as well. McFarland's kick to half forward. Linton had to become the spoiler on Hourigan. Ground level there was Hillier. And then coming in quickly for the Maroons to help out and cause the stoppage on the outer side. Hourigan's there. And also was Tate Marsh as well. We've got our Zambrero goal of the day coming up. Of course, we'll have a chat to our Gippsland Suzuki player of the day after our final siren here, McFarland. And we'll tell you all the games that are happening next week. McFarland goes backwards to Quigley. Quigley's going to wheel and go. Little chip kick to Linton. And he takes the mark 45 out.
Yeah, the sting's definitely gone out of this game, Scud, and just... The move for Linton now is he needs to reward the faith the coaching staff have had in him.
So Linton right on 50, on its way, gets underneath it a little bit. The pack will form, whack, can't complete the mark. Comes to ground, Brown's there, shuffle the handball back to Bailey. Left foot kick goes around the body. I don't think it's travelled the required 15. And Hourigan says, I'm going to have to spoil. And Cooper Brown for the Maroons will see it go over for a boundary throw-in.
Full time for the Cats today, 26-12, 168, defeated the Eagles 11-9-75. Jeremy Cameron couldn't get the 10, he finished with 9-1.
Not a good player.
Neither ruckman was able to get anything out of that one. Coming through there was Anderson. He got the handball off to Hillier. He threw it on the boot and has stepped one through, and that is a Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Up for discussion?
Why?
I'm just putting
Why is it up for discussion?
The dinner for 2, and he should take his uncle out.
There we go. There had to be something in it for him. But no, a nice little finish there for Tyler. He started the game like a house on fire as well, so a little bit of a goal late in the game.
And it's 25-point lead to Traralgon on the Harvey Norman computer score with their 12-11-83, leading Morwell 8-10-58. And we've played 23 minutes of the last quarter.
Tigers are winning the last quarter at the moment by a goal. 2 goals 2 to 1 goal 2.
Too little, too late. Bailey goes again, though. Wins that clearance, kicks to the top of the 50. McAuliffe can't complete it. Second effort was good, and then just unloads from 50 with a sideways helicopter. Membry double fister, and he's going to rove it as well. Solid in defence is Mitch Membry. Runs out, delivers, and can find Cunico. Why is he back on the ground?
Why is he there?
He's been good today, Membry.
Yeah, Membry's been very
a lot of them, but he's been very good. Considering we spoke about Scolders being out, he's done well coming back into the team this week.
We're going to have to work on who we're going to have a chat to for our player of the day very quickly. Halliburton took the mark. Going to just kick it high down the line. Jacobson's underneath this one. He should be off. And I think, he didn't even... Yeah, he's just grabbed a calf, and that will indicate I'm coming off, surely. Musil takes the mark, kicks it towards McDonald. The Tigers are running this one out at least, fighting it out, as you said, Timmy. And McDonald outside 50, thumps it to the goal square. Going back and taking the mark is Tyler Brown.
Didn't want to shepherd that one through.
No, it was going to miss anyway. Tyler Brown will kick around the body and put it through for the Tigers. Well, the Tigers have kicked 3 in a row. Oh, first time in the game, mind you.
That's good, Scott.
Junk time.
Not sure how you polish a poo, but
right.
and that's probably the way you're trying to do it, because right now they haven't really been.
Good afternoon. Our listeners, if you're having any scones and cream on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh, sorry, we're not sitting in your high tea office drinking tea and scones in the afternoon, Scud.
Right.
We're eating meat pies at the footy.
19-point margin in Traralgon's favour. We've played 25 minutes of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard reads Traralgon 12-11-83. Morwell 9-10-64.
19 points. Back to the middle we go. Of course, our best on ground is thanks to the new Suzuki Swift Hybrid. You can check it out at Gippsland Suzuki. They're on the Princess Highway in Traralgon. Musil with a tap down. Clear tap down on that occasion. Jacobson has certainly just given up at the minute, as you'd expect from the big... But he's been very good.
He's been
just
excellent.
about. There's
excellent.
One, not too long to go. There's a minute to go. Thanks very much, Timmy, for running next door and finding out for us. Cohen Campbell gave it to Anderson, gave it a forward handball out there to Cooling. It sits up for him. His right foot kick towards Hillier, goes over the top of his head. Coming the other way was Whack, and he just barreled it back out. He's going to work because Cunico's out on the wing, can take the mark. And we're inside a minute. The Tigers season is all done for season 2024. It means the Magpies. And you look back at last week, their disappointment of the draw, well, it helped them out in the end, because with those 2 points, they're now going to be playing finals footy. Ambler went inboard to Whack, and Whack just might have the footy as the final siren sounds. Although he's just going to kick it. Down the line it goes. Hamilton will fly in the front spot. Can't complete the mark. Ground level there was Anderson. Little kick towards the wing. Quigley might fly. Had to double fist it. Ground level is Leake. And Leake will handball across to the run of Anderson. He's going to square it out wide to McDonald. And McAuliffe's out there as well. Neither could mark. Tripodi said, I'll come in and take it. Handball forward to the footy. Siren sounds. The Maroons hold on to the double chance. And the Tigers' season's done for season 2024. And it all shapes to be a massive finals campaign next week, with a big qualifying final between the Maroons and the Lions. The final score here at Terry Hunter Oval is the Traralgon Maroons 12-11-83, defeating their arch rival Morwell 9-10-64. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the interviews out of the post-game. Our Zambrero goal today, it is Gippsland Live on TRFM. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
It's the Gippsland League top 5 for round 17. Number 1, kicking us off, it's Trent Baldy here from Moe. Did really well to get to the front of the pack here, scooped it up brilliantly, and then goes check side to finish. Number 2, it's Jack Hume here from Leon Gather. Did really well here. Gets around 1, and then the big snap to finish. Number 3, a real smart finish here. Jackson Williams from Wonthaggi. Just fell for him here. Gets it in the pocket. Real acute angle, and just puts it home. Number 4, Mitch Dow's here from Sale. He had pace to burn. Look at him go. Takes the nice timed bounce and then goes bang for a beautiful goal.
Takes the bounce. Freeman once, Dowse throws to 45. Dowse running through and runs to the crowd, and he's kicked the Zambrero goal of the day.
Wowee.
Mitch Dowse.
Number 5, Thomas Marriott here from Leon Gather. This is just class. He got the real lucky bounce there, just fell in his lap. But to go drop punt from there, that is class.